We are here. Pearl League, week 3.
Welcome to you ones who are watching.
It's gonna be like, yes. All right, zooming in here. We've got Gaijins with the first gank onto Psyhero. Psyhero forced to flash, but Psyhero falls to Gaijins. That Q from Shen and the slow is enough to take the first blood. As Rakan Medeo is going in on Mars, and trades happening as DRK is forced to walk away from Calamity Shades. Calamity Shades looking very aggressive, but Gaijins looks like he might be able to come in.
Rakan getting a knockup.
There you go. Yeah, Calamity Shades forced to flash away from Gaijins as this fight is going to span multiple angles. Fierce Steel coming in with the E as the dragon is at 3,000 HP. The Rakan ult charms Fierce Steel away for just a second, and blue team secures their third Drake soul point as Fierce Steel is now trying to ult them away, but Space Dandy gets the kill as well as Mars falling. Psyhero falls, and now no one on the blue team is dead, and yet red is looking like they are scattered to the wind. Space Dandy. Fierce Steel on the other side, putting DRK and Medeo under their inhibitor turret mid. As, Medeo doesn't survive this last turret hit, but DRK is able to put some quick damage onto Fierce Steel. Fierce Steel gets a double, essentially, onto the bot lane of blue side, but it is not enough as their top inhibitor is just completely gone as Fierce Steel trying to salvage the mid. Yeah. And there we have it, Fierce Steel now caught. Medeo launches the ult as Fierce Steel is forced to stay inside the Misfortune ult and falls to DRK. Medeo looking for another one as Shrimp Wheels is now caught up. Varus, Gaijins now potentially leading the charge in, or looks like they're gonna take this last turret and open up all of the inhibitors to secure their win very quickly here. No wards inside their jungle, and it is dark. The night is dark and full of terrors as out they appear, Medeo, DRK, and Space Dandy, ready to launch their final strike at Shrimp Wheels as Shrimp Wheels is going to fall. And then, here we have Gaijins getting himself onto Calamity Shades, the ult from DRK getting Mars and Calamity Shades really far down, as Victor gets the Shen ult, and it looks like it's over as only Fierce Steel is here to defend his space.
He's doing his darndest.
And there we have it. With an ace. Yes, and it is over. GG, WP, Space Dandy, Gaijins, Victor, DRK, and Medeo take this win for themselves. And it's now time for Game 2. The Ruby League. We've got a massive game here as HP stackers are against HP stackers. Mages are against mages, and stackers in general are against stackers in the bot lane. As the Smolder stacks. Ooh, Firefly landing a great charm to get first blood. Okay, here we have it at the Grubs. Silas is coming for this scuttle as Pinky Soup is here, ready to hook him. Armani Salami forced to flash away from that Pikey, even though no one is here. The bluff works as Armani Salami continues on the scuttle. Oh, Pinky Soup landing the Q as Zangi goes in for the ult on Armani Salami. John comes in with his own ult. Armani Salami returning with the Shyvana ult. Saved by Blazing Bowman's Eat as PP Bandit, John, Zangi, and Pinky Soup are looking to chase. They get Armani Salami and they're continuing further for Blazing Bowman, who does not make it out in time. Now Sona and Senna forced under their turret as their jungler, Armani Salami, is pushed also there with him. It's looking like it's going to potentially be a dive as they're fighting over the grub. The beautiful Sona ult comes out from Shark Attack, and now John, Pinky Soup, and Zangi are now forced away as, oh, never mind. Beautiful ult.
Pike ult.
Alright.
Dragon ult.
Silver Sam able to save himself. Firefly comes in with the TP, now looking to collapse fully onto Dripper, though Zangi is still here waiting in the wings. Okay, here we've got Chef Zangi coming into Armani Salami's jungle with one level up on him. The fear comes out from Chef Zangi's ultimate as Armani Salami is forced to run under his turret and does not get away from the third bite. Firefly here, though, potentially able to clean up as the charm lands onto Chef Zangi, and, oh, with that shield from Galio, Chef Zangi does make it and returns the favor onto Firefly. It's a double kill for Zangi. Now red team is here. Pinky Soup looking at Sona there. Shark Attack Beautiful ult coming out to hit both Shyvana and Pyke as the John's Galio ult comes in. Chef Zangi now forced to be in the back as he wants to preserve his HP to do this streak. Silver Sam and Ari get onto Dripper as Dripper is left for dead by the blue team.
Shyvana going into Silas's jungle, chasing after him as his own bread.
Yeah, and here we go. It's going to be a 2v2 up in this jungle as Firefly is now here to make it the first 3v3. John here, as it's now going to be an all-out battle. Firefly is pushed away. Blazing Bowman losing all of his HP, forced to flash under his turret. Will he land the Q to get his HP back? He will, but it looks like blue team has made it to the opposite side of the turret before Silver Sam and Shark Attack are here for backup. It's time for the Hex Tech Dragon. We've got another Hex Tech soul potentially on our hands, as Zangi is now here first to take it. Alright, Armani Salami able to pop that Swain ult, but not before Zangi takes it. PP Bandit. Oh, taking his own life as Silas, Ari, and Swain are down. Silver Sam and Shark Attack now forced to leave as red team is scattered. Pyke ult comes out for both Senna and Sona to fall of the red team. And yet, red team is still here waiting for this Hex Tech Dragon to come up to potentially get their soul point. Yeah. Oh my god, Pyke instantly deleted as Armani Salami comes in with this Shyvana ult. PP Bandit ults, but oh, and Smolder coming in through the back. They're front to backing it, and red team is now forced to run away as Smolder continually, that's, oh, potentially the danger zone for them as Smolder's making his way to the back line. Oh, and Tom Kench down to the Smolder Elder Drake. Firefly potentially coming in here. Lands the charm on Dripper, exactly what this team needs, as Dripper falls before he can put any stacks on. PP Bandit dying to the Sona ult. Wow. There are supers in the red base, but they are not afraid to close this gold gap. Just a second. As it's now the dance of the objective, waiting for Firefly to come. Red team is doing a beautiful job at holding this, but now the top wave is going to be pushed in. Blazing Bowman's the first one hooked in. The roots and the stuns and fears coming out from Zangi as the ult comes out from Smolder and from Pyke to get the kills. Smolder in the back. Oh, manages to stop. Okay. Smolder falls to Armani Salami as John is now in the back trying to take out Firefly. Firefly falls. PP Bandit and Armani Salami both with Swain ults just duking it out as John makes it away from Silver Sam to try to help PP Bandit. But Swain is the better Swain than Silas. And now Silver Sam, uh-oh, I'm on the wrong side of this. I gotta go. They're dancing. They're waiting for this 15 seconds. Everyone is holding their breath. As Zangi and the entire team go through the Hex Gate, except for Galio John. Zangi ults, and it is time to battle it out. Zangi at half health. Firefly is not taking any... Oh, he is falling, potentially, as now Firefly's at a third of his HP. Tom Kench manages to get PP Bandit out. John is now hoping to follow up to get Firefly out of the fight, as Dripper has been just on the back line. Oh, Dripper, unfortunately, not able to get the damage onto Firefly that he needs. Barrier comes early. Pinky Soup able to take Silver Sam out, but the charm lands on John. And Shyvana, Zangi is coming in from the back. John's ult comes in, knocks two up, and who's gonna be first down? Zangi is the first down as Silver Sam takes him. Then Tom Kench and Sona fall. Armani Salami Zanyas as PP Bandit is forced to fight against Firefly and Silver Sam. Not enough. Both damage dealers on both teams are up as Dripper gets Firefly and Pinky Soup is on top of Silver Sam, and it is over as the ace comes out. They've got the super there. Are they going to push it to the end? It looks like they want to. 389 stacks of Dragon Practice on Smolder. That is just outrageous to try to defeat. It's all right, and we are here at the beginning of the third match, final match of the night of Topaz, as River Otter looking for a reprise as Tiddlywink is flayed and then queued, and River Otter takes the first blood as Recklats is now sent running, and this is a gigantic wave set to crash into the bot turret. Along with eventually River Otter and Dr. Fox are going to be able to secure this Soul Point Drake. We got two TPs coming in onto this ward. Got first Miffed, and then we see Tiddlywinks and Colby Keiko is 3 as the ults come out, and first falls Thresh, then Dr. Fox in response as blue team is caught off guard and uncoordinated. Now that it is Soul Point, especially given that it's the Ocean Soul. I mean, they're gonna have to work really hard to burst down Gwen. Here we have Colby Cakes coming in with a W onto Pest. Manages to take the red buff for their jungler, as Pest is now swallowed by Tahm Kench. Forced to be on the wrong side. The Ignite comes out, and the Gwen does not get stunned or ulted, but gets rooted eventually by Tiddlywink. Gabriel in danger from Zelix, as MTP is now fighting almost 1v3. Zelik is only just far behind as they keep regaining all of their HP. Zelik finally gets River Otter and Dr. Fox in response and on the back of them, and River Otter flashes forward to get this. Oh my goodness. Rek'Lat's just gets away with that stun award and see who is where. As let's take a look at the different visions. River Otter managed to stay just out of sight as Pest takes Lux. And Rek'Lats and Colby Cakes and Gay Grill are in the wrong position as they're surrounded by 5. The Turret Ult comes out and Zelik looks to be in a little bit of danger, but now MTP and Pest are able to do as much damage as possible. Thresh falls, but not before quite a few members of the red team fall as well. Pest makes it out as Mift struggles to finish off Pest or Zeliax. Yeah, Colby Cakes and Mift not able to push these champions away as Dr. Fox secures the kill onto Tahm Kench. Mift now willing to give it up, and it is GG. So MTP, Zelik, Pest, Dr. Fox, PhD, and River Otter take the last win. We are here. Pearl League, week 3.
Welcome to you. Welcome to you, ones who are watching.
Game is gonna be like, yes. All right, zooming in here. We've got Gasians with the first gank onto Psyhero. Psyhero forced to flash, but Psyhero falls to Gasians. That Q from Shen and the slow is enough to take the first blood. As Rakan Medeo is going in on Mars, and trades happening as DRK is forced to walk away from Calamity Shades. Calamity Shades looking very aggressive, but Gasians looks like he might be able to come in.
Rakan getting the knockup.
There you go. Yeah, Calamity Shades forced to flash away from Gasians as this fight is going to span multiple angles. Fierce Steel coming in with the E as the dragon is at 3,000 HP. The Rakan ult charms Fierce Steel away for just a second, and blue team secures their third Drake soul point as Fierce Steel is now trying to ult them away, but Space Dandy gets the kill as well as Mars falling. Psyhero falls, and now no one on the blue team is dead, and yet red is looking like they are scattered to the wind. Space Dandy. Fierce Steel on the other side, putting DRK and Medeo under their inhibitor turret mid. As, Medeo doesn't survive this last turret hit, but DRK is able to put some quick damage onto Fierce Steel. Fierce Steel gets a double, essentially, onto the bot lane of blue side, but it is not enough as their top inhibitor is just completely gone as Fierce Steel trying to salvage the mid. Yeah, and there we have it, Fierce Steel now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Week... Ooh, you're hearing a little bit of feedback, not from my end. Week 4 of CMSA, where we are going to be watching some amazing games of League of Legends tonight. I am Nick.Zeit. I am joined by my fantastic co-host, Moens. Moens, how are you doing tonight?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm great. You know, it's been a long day, and I'm ready to watch some League of Legends, and I just know that the people, the good people of Topaz who we'll be starting with tonight are ready to rumble. And then...
They're always ready to rumble.
That's true. Yeah, and after that, we're going to be watching some Ruby League of Legends tonight. And then after that, we'll head over to the Pearl League. We're mixing it up every week, just as the players are mixing it up. I can't wait to go over who the most picked and the most banned champions are for each of the leagues, because I think it kind of says a little bit now that we've got the sample size rolling of 3 weeks. It says a little bit about what type of players are there.
Well, the win rate shows something. The pick rates, obviously, now people are learning and banning based on that. And we have with us from the Pearl League to help discuss this with us, Psyhero. To which the first question I ask is, without Lysandra, who are you anyway?
Oh my goodness. It's like, I mean, every single game that we play. It's like ban Lissandra, ban Lissandra. It's like you're never gonna play Lissandra.
You're the
Yeah.
um,
reason. You're the reason.
so yeah, so well, I mean, I got lucky by using a ticket last week for our third game, and we came victorious. But
Oh.
if it's not Lissandra, usually I mean I like to go with mages. So Zyra is usually my go-to when she's banned, but also other champions of our arsenal are Vex and Mel, among a few others.
Okay, so you
Cool.
definitely like the control mage playstyle. That's what I'm hearing from you right now.
Yeah, so I definitely like the control mage play style and like kind of like keep my ways away to cast those spells. Rarely do I like to go in for an onslaught attack. Some mages like Lissandra does do that, but it does require a lot of special placing and patience when
Mm-hmm.
executing those kind of maneuvers.
Yeah,
It's
you
very,
have to
very
get the
sneaky.
timing just right. And sneakiness, as Mike was just saying, yeah. So let's take a look, Sai. I'm sure you're looking at the stream, and so everyone must be waiting for what are the most picked and most banned champions. And so let's start with Pearl, Ruby, and Topaz. We've got in the Pearl League, we'll start with that, Sai, since you might be super familiar with this. Zyra, one of your champions, is the most picked champion in the league so far after 3 weeks of play. Does that surprise you at all, Sai?
I mean, obviously, not particularly. She is definitely a very powerful champion, whether it's mid or support. Granted, I'm not the only player who is choosing Zyra. Other players that come to mind that like to pick her is a lad. He's a disgusting Zyra main. So, but I think she's regardless of the team that she's on, she definitely adds value to any team.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got most banned Yorick still. Still, the Yorick hate lives on and lives strong in the Pearl League.
Nobody likes a shovel holder.
No, yeah, he's like we talk about banning him every single game, at least with the teams that I'm on. I think like one of the most things that we're concerned about in terms of Yorick, if he is on an enemy team, is all that pushing. So all that pushing becomes a problem. And then
100%.
it's like we get to the point where we don't know what to do. So
It becomes
Yeah,
an uneven minion pushing or York pushing, right? Plus Maiden
exactly.
isn't
yeah.
isn't exactly an easy thing to deal with either.
I could totally see that happening with Yorick running away with the game, especially when it's like, oh, I didn't realize he was up there this whole time, and why is he full build and level 20?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And we, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna add onto Ruby, but Mike, if you were gonna add anything for
I
Pearl?
was I was going to go on to Ruby myself just because this is based off of somebody said in the chat. Was it Jogun? Yeah, the Lux hate is real at 19 bans for Lux.
It's true. It's true.
That's the most hated champ in all the league.
And you know what? The stereotypes about people who are in the queer community and play League of Legends, those people are the Ruby players, maybe,
I,
because there
I
must be a
resemble
lot of
that remark.
Lux playing, and there must be a lot of Morgana playing, because it's time to light it up.
It is time to light it up.
Is
Lad has a theory that Lux is bald, but you can see she's got hair. I
Oh,
don't
that
know.
she's bald. Well, it's like thinly. Are those tracks? Is that what we're thinking? It's a wig that she's got on. Is that the
I think
theory?
so. I think so. Yeah, because sometimes he does team bald and he wants all bald champs and he'll go Lux.
Well, there you
So
go. But with 16 games of Morgana. So here's the other thing to know. For Pearl and for Topaz, you only get 4 teams per night. I'm pretty sure that's right. 4 captains. And so there's only 4 teams. But in Ruby, how many captains are there? There's 8, I think, right? So it's double the amount of games. Or maybe
that's
it
true.
is 6, but it's something crazy of the difference between the amount of players in Ruby and in Pearl and Topaz. So of course, you're gonna see a lot more of the picks, like the most picked champion might be a little higher. But for so much concentration to be on these two champions, it's like, what's going on here? Everyone is in the same academy learning the same champions.
The hate is real.
Yeah. And then Topaz. Topaz, we got a 6-way tie for the most played champions. I don't know how this happened, but we're representing every role, including support here. We've got Ari, Teemo, Thresh, Amumu, Darius, and Ezreal have all been played 5 games. And I know some of these, it's Teemo top, Teemo jungle. Some of these, it's Darius top, Darius jungle. And while everyone else is in their right roles, Sai, I want to ask you, do you think seeing what Ruby and Topaz are up to is going to affect Pearl and how you all are playing?
I want to say ultimately, I think yes, it is going to affect Pearl and how we're playing. Simply because I think that a lot of I can speak for myself, but I think I can speak for my counterparts in Pearls that we do like to witness other games, particularly Ruby and Topaz, just to see their play styles, what champions they're picking, the maneuvers that they're executing. That way we can take what they're doing into our games. And I have seen my teammates and also other players on Pearl that's on the enemy team pick the champions that Ruby and Topaz have chosen.
Oh, wow.
And I have seen some of the things that we do witness in Ruby and Topaz, which has gone in a positive way for teams that I played on, and also on the enemy team. And I do think also is that just because Ruby and Topaz are higher divisions than we are, it's great to look at other games just to gain those ideas from more experienced players.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the trickle down of it all.
Which is a perfect segue, I think, into the next slide.
Oh yeah, let's look. Let's look at, and then we'll let you go, Sai, because we know you got a game to get to. So let's look. These are the most wanted champions and their win rates. So we do have the same as the most picked. It's also the most picked and banned for Pearl. We've got Zyra, and a negative win rate, unfortunately, for Zyra. And then in Ruby, we've got Lux with a nice 69% pick ban rate and an 83% win rate. No wonder she's being banned, right?
Plant mommy, no, says the
Yeah,
chat.
I see that. And then in Topaz, 78% pick ban for Thresh, 100% win rate. He's been picked 5 times and he is undefeated. And I know River Otter is sitting there in the support role in this game that we're about to watch, because we are watching River Otter today, thinking, uh-oh, my Thresh is gonna get banned again.
And he's also one of the most popular champs, right? So like,
Yeah.
it's just an interesting thing. So do you think there's going to be a Thresh pick in Pearl tonight?
Sai, what do you say?
I'd say that it is a definite possibility. I mean, with
Okay.
that knowledge in mind, thinking that the win rate is 100%, that may go down. So,
Yeah.
I'm actually very excited to see what happens tonight in tonight's games, to see if Thresh is chosen and if that is going to bode well for either team.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'll be watching along with you, Sai, because we're going to be watching your game third and final in our series tonight. So we are about ready to get into the draft. So we're going to have to let you go, Sai, as you got to get into your own drafts. Good luck with your games, though.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck. Have a good
Bye.
night. And bye.
All right. So I'm going to let them know that we are ready. And I'm excited because I just know that now that we have all this data, Mike, on who are the popular champions, And, you know, the players got to know each other a little bit. Maybe in Ruby, there's still some new faces because they don't get to play everyone every night.
Right.
We've got really interesting dynamics developing where
we're approaching. I think it's the law of big numbers or the law of large numbers or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like as you get more and more data, it becomes more and more precise, right? So
yeah, the
we're
truth is
starting.
revealed.
The truth is revealed. We're starting to see what is up. So
Yeah, and I'm pretty
But
excited about it. I
now we're
mean,
on to Topaz, right? So
yes, we'll be starting with Topaz, and then after Topaz, we'll head down the ranks into Ruby, and then end with some of our. You know, Pearl just has the most unique picks. I can't say that any one group is my favorite, but in the Pearl lobbies, I have the power. I see. So I am the one in control to make sure that we are ready for this next thing, and we are here in the ban phase.
that's a good way to make sure people wait for us.
Yeah, I should always be in control of when the game starts. That is so true. Sorry about that, everyone, but we are getting right into it with this Topaz League game. And the first ban is Kindred. And so we know that Bormilion is on the opposite side of the team. That Kindred has been banned maybe 50% of games. And 50% of games are ones that Bormilion is in because he's only playing half of the games, right?
Right. Because you said there's 4 teams, right? So
Yeah.
it's a targeted ban. Then we've got Kha'Zix and Udyr.
Yeah, I mean
Also banned.
it's all jungle all the time here, as we've got Feoria on the blue team on let's see what the name is, just don't want to get it wrong. Belveth's Brats, as we've got Jin's Jorts on the right side, on the red side, maybe not the right.
We're getting jiggy with it.
Yeah.
There's Urgot ban, and then Oriana. Okay.
Yeah, and there comes Thresh, not letting Thresh through. And so I actually know all of these bans, interestingly enough. Kindred and Kha'Zix gotta be going against Bormilion. Yet, Oriana is towards Mift, Urgot towards Colby Cakes, and Thresh towards River Otter, like I was saying. I mean, we knew, especially after that, all of that, that it was gonna be a Thresh ban, right? Here, they've started with Lilia, and immediately the answer is Milio. If they were to... Oh, wow, Bard instead of Milio. They're faking us out.
I was going to say, Milio would have been a good choice, I guess, for the slows, right? But Bard, also very mobile.
Yeah.
There's theoretically
one important thing to know there, Mike, and this is for everyone. Lilia's ultimate... Anyone she's infected with the Dream Dust, which is her passive, means she's hit you with any ability, she's infected you with Dream Dust. She then can cast her ultimate, and any of the Dream Dust starts to turn into a debuff called Drowsy. The Drowsy eventually turns into Sleep, which, very much like Zoe Bubble, gives you extra damage, and really basically true damage, because it's doing that much extra damage to you. Milio, right. His ult cleanses all debuffs, including the Sleep, including the Drowsy, including even, I think, the Pixie Dust, so Lilia can't even cast her ult. So it's just the ultimate, if Lilia's on the field, you can expect at least the threat of Milio to hang in the air.
What about traditional, like the summoner spell cleanse, right? Is that a necessary pick when you're playing against them?
Yeah, it might be, except you're only protecting yourself, as opposed to... Sure, you're giving up a whole champion to have Milio on your team, but...
It's not an AoE cleanse.
No,
right?
Yeah. And neither is Mikhail's. Mikhail's is just a one-target cleanse, so it's not like you get all that much value out of just building one, when Lilia's going to be putting everyone to sleep. And so let's look at the rest of this team. We've got the Lilia Sleep.
Says hi.
Oh, hello. We've got the Lilia Sleep. Notably, when a target is asleep, any damage that is channeled onto them, so you could think something like Misfortune R, won't wake them up.
Malzahar R, yeah. Okay.
it's not going to wake them up. They need direct damage that has begun and is like a single instance of damage in order to wake up. So they're going to fall asleep and maybe fall asleep with bullets flying by their faces. Rounding out before we get into the next set of bans, we've got Poppy. Poppy potentially a support or top flex in Topaz. Not sure where it's going to go just yet. And on the red side, we've got Bard, Nafiri, and Kaisa. Looking like a roaming assassin build, as we've got... I know the Rush is
Now,
in here.
Do you think that's going to be an AP or AD Kaisa?
Oh, I would think AD. But although, you know, the way Kaisa's been built, sometimes people say something's AP, or I would say it's AD, and really it's more of in that hybrid zone because, I mean, like, you know, Kaisa can build almost anything in the game and get an upgrade off of it. And so,
Right.
at least one of her abilities will upgrade. I think the build that people are going for now is every ability gets upgraded at least once.
Fair enough. That way, yeah, everything does just a little bit more damage. She's got, we've got a Kale we've got a Kale ban, a Yorick ban, a Shen ban, and is that I don't recognize.
This is LeBlanc you're looking at here?
Oh, that's LeBlanc. Yeah, LeBlanc. Yeah. Did they change her art? I didn't recognize
They did.
that.
Yeah, they did. When her new music video came out, not music video necessarily, but she was in that trailer for the Noxus show. And so now this is her new image as one of the leaders of Noxus. Hello, Sugar. Well, thank you for following.
Yes, thank you for following. We got a Zillion, right? As so now there's the 3 people that play Zillion in the world here in this game. Me, you, and enemy number 4.
And enemy number 4, which I can't off the top of my head remember who that is on the side of Jin's Jorts, but I do know who's waiting with this last pick and who the target of that Kale ban was. So, it looks like we've got Nafiri, Bormillion, Kaisa the Rush, Bard, Chime Gatherer. Makes sense. Zillion will be miffed in the mid lane. It's a mid lane Zillion. And now, enemy number 5, lesbian e-girl, one-time full-time gamer in the CMSA, now perpetual sub, is going to be playing Garen. And so...
Did you say professional gamer?
Perpetual sub.
Oh, perpetual. I thought you said professional gamer.
No.
Got you. That's ADHD if I've ever heard
it. Yeah, Pita Bread. Zillion is so good. We are the cult of Zillion. Maybe you can join the cult as well, or you're already part of it. So
I joke because my LP always goes up whenever I play Zillion. Then I get bored of playing Zillion and I go somewhere else, and then I have to crawl back up with Zillion again.
And then it's over. And then it's like, what happened to me?
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got a good 2.5 minutes maybe until we actually get into this game. I know we have a little bit of spectator delay every time we join and watch the CMSA, but in the meantime, there's so much going on at CMSA. If you were to click, I would right click the name CMSA Esports and hit the new tab so you can open up the stream. You'll see we've got peak streams going on. We've got Marvel Rivals. And if you go into the profile, hit us up on Discord, join the Discord and see we've got Dungeons and Dragons, we've got Overwatch, we've got Dead by Daylight. I'm not even looking at the list. This is just all the things that people are talking about because there's so many cool people in this Discord. If I were to look at the list, there's AREM Mayhem. That's pretty much all of the section. Oh, there's Magic the Gathering.
So, yeah, we've got all, and if there's a game that you like, that you think people would be into, right? Like, we get together and we're just a bunch of cool people that get together and play games.
Yeah.
And sometimes we stream it.
And so, with that, what I want to do, I feel like we didn't get enough time and we've got 2 good minutes. Let's take another look at, the most wanted list. Just because.
Okay.
Just because, Mike, these are all supports. I don't know. I mean, Lux is a mid laner, but think about the power of supports in this league.
That's true.
You're a support main. I'm a
That's true.
support main.
Roaming is key, right? Changing the game, helping get objectives, right?
Vision.
Vision. And lately, you know, being the team's therapist is also
Yeah, it's called support. Emotional included. That's what they told me when I started playing.
Exactly. And that's not so much true in this league per se, but in duo solo queue, you definitely have to talk people off a ledge.
Yeah. I mean, we've watched some games where I don't want to say that people have given up, but you can see their confidence is shaken even in the middle of the game. The support is there to provide. Because do you know what the support doesn't need? Kills, CS, gold. They're going to put their body on the line. And that's exactly why you see Thresh being banned so much. You see Lux being banned so much. You see Zyra. And sure, it could be the Zyra top. It could be the Zyra mid. But really what we're scared of is the poor little ADCs being attacked.
And I think didn't we see Zyra jungle one game?
I don't remember that exactly, but that wouldn't surprise me if we saw it.
Maybe I'm conflating that with my personal games.
I mean, certainly I've seen her in the jungle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, either way, like super high damage output, right? Like controls a fight by throwing her ult down.
Even just throwing a Q and W, it's crazy.
Yeah. And you can do it from so far away. You can do it under the turret, right? Like a properly placed Q W from Zyra, you know, can attack people under the turret and not get hit by the turret at all.
Yeah,
right? So,
it is ridiculous. And even take aggro, where the turret all of a sudden is targeting a plant instead of minions. And for me, I'm always dreading being, if I'm ever playing ADC and there's a Zyra on the enemy team, because I know that for me, that means I'm never going to be able to CS under the turret anymore. It's over for me.
Or it can also block a skill shot, right? Like it can, you know, a blitz Q is coming and you could make a plant grow in its way and stop. That does work, right? I'm not making that up.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. It does.
So I thought I was wrong.
I was trying to get the settings all up, so you were completely right. And we are now heading into our first game of the night, as got a classic 5-point going on, got some wards being splashed down, and I'm excited. This is the Topaz game. The Topaz League, for those of you who don't know, is the Emerald to, I believe the highest we've had is a Challenger in our game. There is a Challenger, at least previous, in this game. Of course, it is Season 16 Challenger, but I would never want to take away from someone's achievements when they're the reason why Thresh has been banned in 100% of... Or no, gotten a 100% win rate and been banned so often. And now we're getting into it.
I like it. I don't hear any... Oh, I'm watching the wrong stream. That's why.
Oh, do I have, for you, the stream not having any sound as well? I can change that.
Yeah, I don't have any sound. Sorry.
That's okay. There you go. Now you'll have sound.
There we go. It's hard to follow when you don't have the sound.
Yeah, and to the point that even during the highlights, I add little sounds that hopefully help people get their bearings when watching something. So,
which reminds me, last week you guys couldn't hear me and nobody said anything.
Yeah,
so
can you hear us?
Yeah, if you can hear us, please say so. If you can't, you know, also say so.
All right. We've immediately got great pushes coming from Jin's Jorts onto Belveth's Brats. Lesbian E-Girl is pushing Colby Cakes completely in, and we saw the level 2 advantage in bot lane give them a little bit of lane pressure at the cost of Time Gatherer's HP.
Right, and if you look at everybody's health bot lane, like you said, Also, Chime Gatherers, I just realized. Wait, are you just saying Bard, or is that his actual summoner name? There's actual
That's
summoner.
Bard's
Oh my
actual
God,
summoner name.
that's awesome.
Yes,
It
Chime
fits
Gatherer,
main.
Bard OTP in my experience, or at least lover, Bard lover. All right. Pretty simple skirmishing going on as Colby Cakes gets to level 4 before Lesbian E-Girl manages to. But now, you know, with a freeze developing in the top wave, and Bot now poised for this, Feoria looking for this scuttle, although Chime Gatherer makes it out of lane first, and Bormillion pushing the scuttle away. This is going to be the first big skirmish of this game, it seems. As we'll see. Mift also making way down. Ooh.
Not
There you
a
go.
that escape did not work, but it definitely worked for River Otter.
Yeah,
As
Ixedos
Kaisa tries to recall under tower, but
Yeah,
will
and-
they do something about it?
it's looking dangerous, and Mift is here to relieve some pressure potentially. Coming around, knows that River Otter must be waiting. Ixedos forced to barrier as nondescript, almost gets a hit. River Otter now in a terrible position as Ixedos is here. And, oh, before River Otter could land the last blow, Ixedos makes it away.
And you see Mift, I probably would have done the exact same thing. Like, he knew he wasn't, or they knew they weren't going to be getting out or living, but he put a bomb on his head and started walking towards the person that almost had no health, right? And
Yeah.
all kind, whole lot of.
The complete protective way. Look at Chime Gatherer completely bullying nondescript out of this lane, saying, "Nope, I'm Bard. I do everything."
Bard goes where he pleases.
It's that sometimes is extremely true. And it's both champions here, Poppy support and Bard support. I'm surprised, or I will be surprised if they stay in lane for as long as they're outside of lane.
We got a whole lot of Bard roaming going on as Bard do. He's just he's Chime Gatherers gathering chimes.
Oh, here we have Chime Gather using the Mystical Portal to get just a little bit of hits onto nondescript, but taking a turret shot and in recompense. Feoria and River Otter are here for the regank on their own lane as Chime Gatherer now with no E is forced to flash away. Does not make it as Feoria cleans up with her Q. Now River Otter.
And that's what we call checked aggression.
Yeah. River Otter able to push Ixedos a little bit in, but Ixedos gets the E back off on Kaisa to make it under their turret.
That's like the third time Kaisa has gotten away with no health.
Yeah. And we're seeing Bormillion now on the counter gank, but Feoria countering the counter, as now Bormillion is forced to use their intangibility as Mift is also here. It's looking like they're going for something here, but all of them are so low health on the part of Jin's Jorts. Will Belvet Sprats? Ooh, the E from Lilia. And there we go. The ult comes out from Mift onto Vermilion, and Feoria looking in danger here as Feoria goes down to the double bomb of Zillion. Vermilion now looking for the regank. Ults into nondescript. River Otter falls in the process. The ult comes back out from Vermilion, and it's a perfect tower dive. Wow.
So there's, yeah, that was, what we got, was it Garen?
Garen and Nasus just skirmishing like usual.
Yeah, well, I thought there was gonna be, more there. Oh no, Garen is tower diving the Nasus.
And the
around
Justice
and
comes down.
Yep, the Justice comes down, dives the turret, but looks like Lilia finds out about it, chases Garen, throws the little bowling ball thing that I can't remember the name of.
And misses, unfortunately. So Garen, Lesbian E-Girl, will be getting out of here, as it looks like the first dragon is taken by Jin's Jorts. Oh, River Otter able to stop Chime Gatherer from collecting these fruits, and Vermilion gets away under the radar. Look at this level difference, though. River Otter in a really bad position as Ixedos is now pushing nondescript back into the wave, but Verdant Heart here. The Q connects, and there the Misfortune ult takes Ixedos' first death. And a really small but meaningful shutdown onto nondescript's Misfortune.
Yeah, the Kaisa, like I said, really good at getting away with no health, but unfortunately that time it just did not work out. You look at the farm. Yeah, Zillion's a little bit behind, but up on kills.
Yeah, and similarly, Mift on Zillion going for those Ionian Boots of Lucidity, acknowledging maybe, I'm not the source of damage necessarily. I will be a source of utility. The cooldowns that come from Zillion, well, the bombs are going to be doing damage. It looks like Mift is maxing Q. Here we go. Another confrontation as both supports are coming back into the lane. I love the constant re-ganking that happens. Here we have Bormillion ganking mid as Verdant Heart looking to make it under turret, but there's so much damage as Bormillion has his R, or his end, makes it out before the turret can do its last shot. Ooh. And in the bot lane, we've got Feoria coming in here. Nondescript falls as River Otter is looking for Ixados, and Ixados does not make it away this time. Chime Gatherer now looking for a way out. Makes the magical journey through and is safe. As Mift is now looking to extend this fight even longer. Decides, better not.
Yeah, wonder what they saw. I think they had the advantage there.
Yes, 100%, but of course the mid lane does still need to be farmed as...
Yeah, it's true. That's true. You can't always farm champions.
Yeah. And we're seeing a lot of roaming coming from every side, except for top. Obviously, we've got the classic matchup. These are old champions in the top lane, Nasus and Garen, and they don't want to leave.
How are Nasus' stat? Oh, Bard comes in behind, gets Misfortune through a funnel. I can't remember the names of things.
The magical journey. Yeah,
the magical
you're
journey.
good.
Thank you. It's hard. I know these things. It just takes time.
Yeah, and as we've got, the dragon has already been taken, the first dragon, but the grubs are still up here, and Fioria will secure the last of the three. And Bormillion, perhaps acknowledging that the Void Grubs has just been taken, now looking to extend his hand over the bot lane, not finding his target. Instead, considering what farm can be gotten. River Otter, though, lying in wait, sees Bormillion and Mift. And here we go. No stun.
Level disadvantage there, yeah.
Oh, and River Otter falls to Mift as Bormillion takes the Lux ult and a Misfortune Q and falls. Shutdown goes on to Misfortune.
Bardol coming in just a little bit too late, unfortunately, but Kai'Sa's taking advantage of that, possibly getting a plate.
Yeah.
And Garen also looks like he got a kill on Nasus that we missed. And attacking the turret there.
There have been 10 minutes and a half in this game, and so far we've got 14 deaths already as it's going back and forth. This is what you have to expect when you've got Poppy and Bard just constantly leaving their lane and coming back in, looking to get the jump. And with these mid laners as well.
How many stacks does Nasus have? We've tried to look a couple times and something always happens.
132.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, Lux definitely looking to clear this lane and leave as soon as possible. That's perhaps the MO on both sides of the mid lane. Is Nasus, unfortunately, taking it from Garen, as there's nothing a Nasus can do except hope the Garen allows the farm to flow. They've got the level advantage.
Placed him under turret again.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Garen, no ult for about maybe 15 seconds, and so this is putting Nasus in a very dangerous position. As now this second Scuttle Crab, this... Ooh, it belongs to Fioria, and Bormillion flash ults, and let's see, the sleep comes out from Lilia, and... She almost went back in, but with just her E... Okay, Zillion needed to ult to survive a Lux burst. But here we have Nondescript in danger as Chime Gatherer and Ixados push under turret. And that is a 2v1 as River Otter is too late to save Nondescript.
Decides discretion is the better part of valor, and oh, maybe not. Not recalling, staying at the turret, trying to defend it.
Yeah, there's so much happening at every angle that it's hard to catch without a replay producer. But here we go, River Otter. Chime Gatherer looking for River Otter under this turret. Ooh, the heal comes out from River Otter, and it's a no-go. Chime Gatherer not willing to give up, takes the magical journey, forces the... Wow.
That flashes forward. That was... So, it didn't work out, but that was an awesome play.
That was. So what we saw there, Bard manages to get around River Otter. The Kaisa W forces River Otter into the sliver of the turret, and the Bard Q looks poised to take River Otter's life. River Otter flashes, stuns, and Bard is stuck taking 3 turret shots until Bard dies. Beautifully done. That is what we are looking for when we are watching the Topaz League, especially from perhaps the highest ever ranked player in the Topaz League. Colby Cakes falling to an immediate justice coming down from Lesbian E-Girl's Garen.
Chat says dog down.
Dog down. Okay, we've got Feoria and River Otter coming from behind as Chime Gatherer is now realizing potentially this is a gank happening in real time. Nondescript being forced away as Ixedos is on the complete wrong side of lane as Feoria is ready to be here. Chime Gatherer looking to set up the magical journey, and both Ixedos and Chime Gatherer make it out of this gank. Miffed here on the re-gank, the counter, and gets the double bomb onto Ixedos. Ults in. Verdant Heart is here as well. Does not land the Q. Okay, and here we have it. Instead of A-ramming in the bot lane, we have people leaving, but the Lux ult from Verdant Heart steals Ixedos' life.
It looks like there's something going on mid. Whoa. Like you said, there's just so much going on. Misfortune ult doesn't unfortunately kill anyone, but forces some... Yep.
Yeah, and while we were gone, we saw Verdant Heart take Smith's life.
There's just so much going on, right?
Yeah, and it's certainly what we're seeing is the pressure is being divided around the map so that there's no one place where people can rotate to. And, you know, it's going to make the game much faster as everyone has that much more gold to really succeed in pulling off those tempo plays and dives.
Right, and it's 12 kills on red team, 8 kills on blue team, but there's not really... I mean, there is a gold advantage, obviously, but there's not much of one. Right, but they do have 2 dragons on red side, so...
Yeah. And we're seeing 0 plates taken by Nasus and 4 taken already by Garen. And it's kind of holding true that Poppy and Bard have not been in their lanes as much as they've been outside of the lanes. Constantly meeting in this river as it's the River Otter's ground. Ixedos now in the wrong position as Nondescript able to just simply auto away at them and takes the kill.
Yeah, Zillion makes a lot of trips down to bot lane, but unfortunately, that particular time it was all for naught.
Yeah, and we're seeing it in the difference between the turrets here. Looks like first turret is going to be taken by Lesbian E-Girl as there's no justice, but there is a flash on Lesbian E-Girl's part, and Colby Cakes will be going down.
Garen just saying, you know what, I'm taking your turret, and you better be okay with it. And I'm going to do some damage to your inner turret as well.
And unfortunately, there's not much that can be done as the only CC or disengage that Nasus has is Wither, and Garen's Q just gets rid of it completely. Feoria now the target of Bormillions are as Lesbian E-Girl goes back in, forcing Feoria under the turret. Miffed is also here to potentially, and Chime Gatherer as well, to perform a dive with no minions maybe. Looks like they're setting up for the Rift Herald, but Feoria is not giving up on any of the pressure that she wants to supply here. As Verdant Heart takes that mid tier 1, Miffed is now forced back to the mid lane to clear the wave. Alright, the ult comes out from Lilia on to Lesbian E-Girl, and the Wither comes out after the Garen Q, and Lesbian E-Girl will go down in response, shut down onto Nasus.
Well, Bormillion takes Rift successfully.
Yeah, and we're seeing River Otter trying to make space for his team. Ease onto Bormillion. Bormillion gets hit by the Q before being able to go intangible, and that Storm Surge will take him down to a third of his HP, as there's not much to be fighting over here, but Bormillion seems to want to dominate this part of the jungle. Feoria now with health to spare. Oh, River Otter narrowly dodging the Zilean double Q as Feoria and River Otter are looking for this. River Otter's ult does not come out in time. The Bard ult comes down onto Nasus and Ixetos, saving, potentially, Feoria, then the target of Ixetos' wrath, as Mift and Ixetos are on Feoria, while Verdant Heart was able to get Chime Gatherer in the back. Oh my god, this fight is everywhere. Mift's ult comes onto Ixetos, as now he is in danger of nondescript autos. Colby Cakes able to secure the kill onto Ixetos, but not before Lesbian E-Girl also wants to get into the mix. She's the last woman alive, but will it be enough to get a kill here? She does have the Justice, and the barrier from nondescript does save them. Now Lesbian E-Girl running for her life. The ult comes out from River Otter to stun Lesbian E-Girl in place just briefly, and the ult from Lux, Verdant Heart, will finish what essentially was a delayed ace.
Right, and that put the blue team in the lead.
Yeah, we're seeing just how it happens, that 1 by 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, it's not working wonders in the Topaz League. It's going to lead to just pure self-sacrifice.
It looks like River Otter has caught up in levels to Bard.
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit as we try to look at this Dragon Pit, as this is the second dragon of the game. Chime Gatherer able to make it around while Mift is being chased by Colby Cakes, Nondescript, and Verdant Heart. The Drowsy comes onto both Bormillion and Chime Gatherer as he gives up his life. Now Ixetos looking for something, but going too far. The Poppy W stops Bormillion's entry, and this Ocean Drake goes to Belveth Sprats pretty easily.
Giving them their first Drake. And securing their lead.
Yeah, a solid maybe 3k lead in this game, but that's going to matter, especially as it's on the champions they want. It's on Lux, it's on Misfortune, it's on Lilia, who there's no real stop to what the blue team wants to do. Yet, if you look at the red side, Bard's E going to be stopped by Poppy W. Nefiri, E, and R stopped by Poppy W. This is River Otter's game to potentially control.
Right, and also there's 2 dragons on red side, right? So they still have that advantage. They got Rift. It hasn't been dropped yet. And I believe blue team got Grubs, right? Yep.
Yes. And you know, the fortunate thing for Jin's Jorts at this moment is that the Mountain Drake, it gives you flat resistances. The Infernal Drake, it gives you flat AP and AD, or a percentage AD and AP. The Ocean Drake, on the other hand, a little bit of health regen. It's not really the best out of the passive buffs, especially later in the game. But that Ocean Soul, that's going to be the game changer, and it's possible.
Especially if they get all 4.
Yes.
Ocean Drakes.
Yeah, I mean, that would certainly add to the level of tankiness. Here we have River Otter looking very aggressive.
Seeing Bormillion trying to get his blue.
Does not get it.
Does not get it, but bounces over.
The River Otter are going the wrong direction, and River Otter falls to Chime Gatherer, Bormillion, Ixetos, and Mift, all there in the right place at the right time.
Punished for his sins.
I don't know what happened there, but Feoria narrowly dodges flash occurred there to get out of Chime Gatherer's ults. As we're seeing now, once again, Colby Cakes reversal as the Wither comes out onto Lesbian E-Girl, and it looks like Nasus is the one running down Garen this time. Lesbian E-Girl forced to flash away.
Yeah.
Here we have Bormillion. Looks like they have caught someone out as Verdant Heart gets slowed by that Zilean E. Does not get the double stun happening to them, but it does look like this will be the end of Verdant Heart as they cannot stand the pressure of both Bormillion's Nefiri and Mift's Zilean. But because no intangibility, Bormillion goes down in return as Nondescript and River Otter put so much damage out.
Likely Zillion does what he does best, makes it out alive.
Yeah. And there, I mean, we do see the gold has evened up a bit. Feoria a bit out of position without the speed to get away. Ixedos ulting in, and the Feoria Lilia ult comes out to get just a little bit of safety, but Lesbian E-Girl tries, and Ixedos gets hit by the Lilia E, and it's a 1-for-1. Kaisa goes down for Poppy's life. Nondescript, able to get an auto and Q onto Bard as Lesbian E-Girl falls as well, hitting the blast plant before she was on the right side of it. With this collector and this hubris. What were you saying?
It's a pretty even match. It seems it's a pretty even match. It seems to just be going back and forth, right? Like it's a tug of war, and which side's going to get the last tug?
Yes, and as long as this goes, the better Misfortune and the better Nasus are going to be in a spot to win it all. Because Misfortune just has to participate in a kill, and then all of a sudden she's getting this hubris bonus. When a champion that you damage within 3 seconds dies, gain 15 attack damage plus 2 per champion killed for 90 seconds. She's going to be stacking that for the rest of the game, as River Otter is stuck under Bormillion and Mift. The ult from Mift comes out, and Chime Gatherer's ult saves Bormillion. Wow, beautifully done, as Bormillion was in the wrong time at the wrong place. Okay, Mift with a clutch save and Chime Gatherer as well.
Yeah, that was an interesting interaction too with the double bomb, right? The double bomb stayed on them through the Bard ult.
Through the what is essentially a Zanya's, right?
Yeah.
Right, and we've got just 15 seconds before this next drag, and with Lesbian E-Girl with TP, Nasus does not have TP, and so Nasus seems to be waiting here, but unable to give up these turrets, as it looks like Lesbian E-Girl is going to get everything she wants up in the top lane. Jin's Jorts choosing to give up the dragon in favor of the Baron. River Otter looking to stop it, but is alone. Oh, the flash over there. Gets hit by the Kaisa W, but Nondescript and River Otter have only just merely delayed the Baron, as Feoria has taken the Drake. Now, Jin's Jorts saying, we gotta take the Baron before it's too late.
And there's not really much blue team can do here. They can try, but it's probably going to be gone by the time they get there. Might get lucky with a Misfortune ult.
Yeah, that Lux ult seemed poised to do something, but there, was not enough vision around the Baron for them to really understand what shape it was in.
Yep, it was a shot in the dark, hoping it would steal it, which it's awesome when it happens, but generally doesn't work out when you can't see.
Yeah, and especially not against the junglers in the Topaz League, who are poised to hold the damage until they're guaranteed their smite. All right. A welcome lull, as the Baron is now on the side of Jin's Jorts, as well as it's 2 Drakes to 2 Drakes. Chime Gatherer landing a stun onto Verdant Heart, and Ixedos able to get a little bit of extra damage, but smartly, they are not going in on this, knowing they don't necessarily have the numbers, but Vermilion coming around the side as Chime Gatherer and looks like Ixedos are following. And
looks like he's just waiting for him to come down to try to save bot lane.
Yeah, this is a full siege onto bot lane, as Lesbian E-Girl and Chime Gatherer are ready here. But on the top side, River Otter caught out by Ixedos, and Feoria looking to protect his support, gets caught by the Bard ult, and now red team getting in position. Chime Gatherer, Ixedos and Bormillion jump in towards Feoria. Zanya's come out, Ixedos in danger, only half health. Nondescript falls to, no, not Nondescript falling, but Feoria and River Otter falling to Lesbian E-Girl before she gives up her own life. The Zillion ult does come out, and the Lux ult in response, as Colby Cakes now in danger from the 2 Zillion bombs that are there. And look at that, Colby Cakes takes the stack onto that minion, killing themselves in the process as the Zillion bomb detonates on it.
Zillion gets away, but let's take a look at Bormillion bot lane. Just knocking over that turret. Wayland going to town. That looks like essentially a free turret.
Yeah.
Unanswered, just takes it and gets away, says thank you, I'm taking my dogs and I'm going home.
Yeah, with pressure divided that way, we see blue team just not able to perform the macro game that perhaps they're hoping to, as red just has the split pushers in position constantly to threaten the towers.
And look at the speed that we've got, right? Like you've got Garen, you've got Zillion, you've got Bard. Like they can just essentially be anywhere at any time.
It's true. I mean,
And then the range on the alt for Bard, even still, he can change a fight from a lane away.
yeah, you know what I want to take a look at as well that we're talking about this? Oh, here we go. River Otter lands the stun onto Chime Gatherer. Chime Gatherer does a desperation play, ults himself, as it is not enough, as Nondescript and Fioria able to circle around. And while that was happening, the mid lane turret falls for blue team. So you gain one, you lose one, but unfortunately, unfortunately for blue team, red team is choosing objectives, and those are lasting. Colby
Double
Cakes.
bomb onto Colby Cakes. Nasus chases after. A Zillion runs, and they decide that it is not time to fight.
Yeah, it's
What were you about to say while we were? Oh god, sorry.
There's a lull in the objectives around this time, but now we see blue team does have the vision advantage, at least in the dragon side of the map, using some Wild Rift terminology, the dragon lane. But let's take a look at the vision scores all around. You see the supports hovering at 94 to 100 vision score. That's very good for 28 minutes, 29 minutes. Then we see there's quite a difference in the ADC and mid lane, where Verdant Heart has got some vision advantage. Bard with a zoning ult there as Bormillion goes in onto Fioria. Fioria forced to Zanya's, as now she is surrounded, but okay, it was an ADC 1v1 essentially, as Chime Gatherer is now stunned once again by River Otter, but has the Zillion ult on him. And unfortunately, blue team is there waiting and ready. River Otter getting one last stun onto Bormillion to secure the kill, and lives. Wow. Lesbian E-Girl just a little bit too late, as she is coming in looking to get a few kills here, but does not get anyone, as the kiting is too perfect.
So much changed so quickly.
Yeah, and once again we see blue team Belveth's Brats extending a lead, and Fioria potentially securing soul point here, as this Ocean Drake doesn't have anyone to contest it on the red side.
And I noticed that Lux has scanner, to go back to your previous conversation, right? Like has an Oracle lens. So like that vision score isn't from dropping wards, it's from killing them.
Oh my gosh, the nondescript autos do so much damage to Ixedos immediately through the barrier too. And we're seeing that Hubris continue to stack up. It's at 53 attack damage now. That's additional to the 60 attack damage that Miss Fortune already was getting from the Hubris. This Miss Fortune is so scary. Her autos are doing more than the Lux ult.
The game can still go either way though, right?
True.
It seems like, yeah, red team's lost a couple fights in a row, but they're doing super well on a actually, nah, I take that back. Everything I was about to say, I disproved.
You know, the turrets are about even. Red has one more turret than blue side does, at least taken, as River Otter constantly catching Bormillion in these positions where Bormillion thinks that they're getting an advantage, but River Otter is just there.
And it's got to be the denial of vision that we're getting.
Yeah. All right, here we go. A little bit scattered. Red team now needs to push out top wave, which they've just done, and now forced into a position where the Baron is up, and it's time for both teams to begin preparing for that. See the scuttle taken. That scuttle so important, as it reveals every ward in the vicinity of it. And red team now here first, but will they be able to? They do have Lesbian E-Girl with TP, but so does Colby Cakes, on both headed towards the bot lane. And River Otter is here to try to get rid of all of these. The mid wave is the key to Baron every single game. The team that can push their wave past the mid turret is the one who has the advantage in getting Baron. Just a little skirmish down in the bot lane.
Garen and Nasus appear to both have their teleports, right? So
yeah, and here we have Nondescript coming in for some damage here. Will they be able to make it onto Lesbian Eagle? Just 2 autos, and Nondescript has taken Lesbian Eagle's HP.
Vermilion's trying to sneak the dragon in, but Lux ult may changes his mind.
Okay, and Feoria caught just a little bit out of position as Mift is able to do some really nice damage. The Poppy ult comes out onto Chime Gatherer as they are now out of the fight. Feoria goes down, but so does Mift. And now, with 4 people alive on blue side and only 3 on red, this is looking dangerous as Poppy able to stun Vermilion, not long enough for the Lux ult to come out, but that redemption does save a little bit of time. Vermilion will not equalize onto River Otter as the shields keep coming, and Nondescript's Misfortune ult takes Vermilion before he is able to finish Poppy's HP.
That Misfortune, the auto attacks and the ults have all just been perfectly timed. She's everywhere.
Yes, she is everywhere, and especially River Otter is everywhere, making sure that no one can get on top of Nondescripts. I don't know who would be able to, because she is full build as an ADC with some really expensive items.
Right, but also not dying so much, 20 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the effective gold here. You've got 6 full items on Misfortune, and you've got 4.5 items on Kai'Sa. That's about 5,000 gold difference between the two in effective gold purchased.
Yeah, we're gonna need some lucky fights here from red team, but they're just unfortunately too spread out for this Baron as blue team just fakes it.
Wow. The Zillion ult needs to come out to protect Mift as River Otter flashes over and gets the stun. Now Ixedos is in danger as River Otter is there, but falls to Ixedos' auto attacks. Now Vermilion, the next target, as Colby Cakes launches the Wither onto Nefiri. And those E's able to get Vermilion away. Alright, Feoria jumping in. Only one person ulted, but is it enough? Feoria needs to Zanya's to get away from the damage and falls to the Chime Gatherer Q. Vermilion now once again trying to kite under the turret. There's Ocean Soul in 10 seconds for the blue team, but will they choose to instead try to take these turrets? Vermilion needs to W to get away from that Lux ult. The redemption comes down to save. Then we see finally Nondescript getting hit by an ability as the Bard ult comes down, but no follow-up available. As with the Baron, Bel'Veth Sprats is able to push so far that it doesn't look like anyone from Jin's Jorts is going to be able to answer their Dragon Soul call.
Someone was pinging the path to Dragon. I'm assuming they wanted it warded. Right? They know it's coming. They just want to prevent it.
Yeah, and here we go. Vermilion and Mift are here to try to stop the soul from being taken. One auto attack from Mift takes him down to 1/3 HP, and he is not afraid. He's coming back in. And let's zoom out here. We see Vermilion in the back as River Otter was waiting for him there. And the stun comes out from Mift onto both River Otter and Colby Cakes. Verdant Heart in danger as Ixedos is around. Zanya's coming down. Nondescript falls. At least the GA gets popped from Lesbian E-Girl. And as Verdant Heart is hit by the double bomb and killed, Nondescript equalizes back onto Lesbian E-Girl, but not before Ixedos also falls there. And Mift will be the last one down. The Zillion ult will come out. Not before the soul is taken by Bel'Veth Sprats. And River Otter able to just completely run at whoever they desire.
It's how Poppy do.
It's how Poppy do.
They got a teleport from Nasus, and as you said, his stacks are probably getting out of control. Takes turret 1, comes back over and just decides he's going to go to town on the
732.
It took like 2 Qs to get that inhibitor down. So they can either get that next inhib or go for the turret and end the game.
Yeah.
Looks like they choose both.
I mean,
They
with
still
almost every inhibitor completely and lane completely open, both Nexus turrets have now fallen as Bormillion is making a desperation play onto Nondescript. Does not get the kill, but the zillion double bombs will from the flash from Mift as Lesbian E-Girl, Ixedos, Mift, and Chime Gatherer are trying their hardest to make this game go on a bit longer. And the Bard ult comes down to save Ixedos for just a second. The ult comes out as Chime Gatherer now on the opposite side of where they want to be. Lesbian E-Girl potentially under Nasus fire as Chime Gatherer falls underneath their turret. And once again, blue team is in a position to end the game if they really wanted to. The ult comes back out from Mift, the Poppy ult, and they are saying, no, hit the Nexus. Lesbian E-Girl desperately trying to get on and around to push blue team away. And Vermilion and Chime Gatherer still dozens of seconds away as the Nexus is at 1/3 of its HP. This is the longest Nexus take in history as River Otter falls. And that is it as Belveth's Brats takes game 1.
Finally, Nasus just decided he was going to go up and queue it a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do to make sure that the game just ends, right? I mean, you can't just let that constantly happen.
Attack the Nexus.
Hit the Nexus. The Nexus is the key to winning. Okay.
The man, that was a good game.
Yes.
I think man, I know there's so much here. I think I got to give the MVP to either River Otter or Nondescript.
Yeah.
And
I
can't
would say the same.
I can't decide which.
I would go with River Otter because I can see how the stuffing of the jungle roams and the stuffing of every possibility to get onto Misfortune happened. But it's just so fun, and I've got to know how Nondescript felt just tearing into people as an ADC. I kind of have to know.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, I can get down with that. I think you're right. River Otter was always right where Bormillion wanted to be.
Yeah, let's make sure that the next game that we need to get into is not already happening. So while we are doing that, Mike, would you mind reaching out to Nondescript, maybe via Discord, to see if they want to come on the stream?
Of course.
All right. And, you know, it's kind of crazy to watch that game because, okay, we are in good time for this next game. We aren't late. So we do have some time to talk to one of the players from this last Topaz game that we watched.
Oh, I just realized I don't have access to see the teams
in CMSA Esports?
Yeah, I can only see Pearl.
Yeah, and I can't see them in Discord, so maybe, just maybe, we'll talk to someone else. Or possibility that we talk a little bit to chat. Chat, how did you feel about that game? I see Pumple saying clenching game. And hi, Stevie, you came in the middle of that game. Welcome in.
Welcome to here.
And so, that game, oh my gosh, the highlights are going to be so long because, Mike, I'm sure you saw, it just was constant next thing, next thing, next thing, next thing. I feel like sometimes during the Pearl games, we're thinking to ourselves, oh, you know, there's actually some time to commentate on that last play and realize how it had an impact on the rest of this game. This Topaz game, there was no time at all.
Right. No time at all. Every time we started talking about something, it was something else was going on, or sometimes we missed a fight because another fight was happening at the same time, right? Or like, oh, so-and-so took a turret. We weren't even looking, right? Like,
yeah.
Just so much happening in such a small time frame.
Yeah, this is also the first game I've seen that the Nexus has actually stood there, no turrets, and there was a little bit of a struggle to keep the game alive or to end the game. And I'm not sure if it was purposeful on the side of Belveth's Brats or if Jin's Jorts was really able to stop the push entirely and say, we're threatening enough that you need to stop autoing the Nexus and deal with us instead.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think it did a very, they did a very good job of defending the turret, keeping people away from hitting the Nexus. Uh, yeah, yeah, and the vision, like we were talking about, like the, I think the denial of vision was key too, right? In
Completely.
in blue team's win, right? Because Bormillion never could tell where he was going, what he was walking into, and that was ultimately his undoing.
Yeah, I mean, with the vision difference and with just the roaming difference, because Poppy being somewhere, sure, Bard is able to launch a Q immediately and stun 2 people. Poppy being somewhere, and especially the same spot as Nefiri, all of Nefiri's movement is through dashes and jumps. And so if you can force Nefiri to use their W, the intangibility, to get out of your stun as Poppy, you've neutralized the threat entirely. And I don't think we need River Otter in the call to tell us that was their goal the entire time. We could see it.
Right. Absolutely true. And he was on top of it, right? And I was just looking for River Otter in Discord to see if I could see them, but unfortunately, sometimes people's Discord names do not match.
Yeah, their Discord name is Thundercats, but I did message them on League. They might be taking a little break in between games, which leads me to maybe we should take our little break. Oh, hold on. I think I just heard back from River Otter. Okay, we do have an interview, so before we take a break, we are going to take a little bit of a break since we are waiting on our Ruby game, but we're going to be hearing from River Otter first.
Let's hear it.
Okay, let's have him join a call so we can bring him in. But, you know, I'm gonna ask him if he's a little miffed at us, given that we might have gotten his Thresh banned. What do you think, Mike? Do you think that could have been us, or was that gonna happen anyways?
I had nothing to do with that ever.
Yeah, we didn't hype them up. Okay, here we go. Hello, welcome to the stream, River Otter. Congratulations.
Hello. Thank you.
I mean, we
how's
were
the river?
watching. Yeah, how's the river? You were there a lot.
I was. It was a lot of fun running around.
I mean, just looking at the difference between supports you play, like, I mean, I know you roam on Thresh, you'll roam on Taric, but the difference between those supports, staying in lane for a good amount of time, and Poppy and Bard both being able to just gank their own lane instead of staying in it was amazing to watch. How do you feel playing a champion like that when you're also matching Bard?
I mean, I like leaving lane a lot. It was also very easy to leave lane with Verdant. They did a great job kind of keeping the waves where they wanted to, not playing too far up and playing very safe.
Yeah.
So that gave me a lot of good roam timers. Playing into another roaming support like Bard is also really fun because there's an extra layer of not just when do I have a roam timer, it's when do they have a roam timer and where should they be going, and kind of figuring that out as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Which reminds me of a play that I would like to talk about when Bard dove you under the turret. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about. I was just as surprised that that worked. Not planned. I just thought hopefully this puts him in tower range still, and it did when he was stunned. And then I just tried to layer CC, and afterwards, Chime Gatherer wrote in all chat and said like, "What the fuck?" Sorry,
you're scripting. You're okay.
Yeah. So it was very funny.
My virgin ears.
So, one more question for you, River Otter. I don't know if you're watching the stream before, but we pulled up a little bit of a graphic that shows who is the most banned and most picked in the Topaz League. And it's Thresh. Thresh has a 100% win rate. And
that's great to hear.
And a 78% pick ban rate. We're hyping Thresh up. We know what Thresh can do. We're both support mains. Are you feeling like we are contributing now to getting Thresh banned, or are you also lobbying for Thresh bans in your games?
So it's not just me who plays Thresh. Mako is also
There
a
you
Thresh
go.
player. They have just as many Thresh games as me. I think even more this season. I know at the beginning of the season, more people were banning enchanters, but once you have one good game on Thresh, it's easy to remember. So both
Yeah.
me and Mako are getting a lot of Thresh bans for that reason.
Yeah, and I can see it happening because I want to make the highlights all the whoosh sounds of the lanterns going away, but now I need to make the highlights all of the grounding sounds because just one more question for you. What did you have a goal going into this game and do you feel like you achieved it?
So no, not really. I actually played. I haven't been playing a lot of solo queue because of the reset coming up.
Sure.
But last week I played one game, or one or two games, and I actually played against a Poppy support, and they just dumpstered me. They were doing everything right. They were where they needed to be. And that's all I can remember from playing these past 2 weeks. So I thought I wanted to try and do the
Yeah.
same
You
thing.
said, "Hey, I could do that."
Yeah, yeah, or at least try to. So,
All right. Well,
That's
you did play fantastically. Like anything else?
no,
um,
you did great, and I'm gonna be having nightmares about poppies for weeks.
Yeah. All right.
all right,
Well, good luck on the rest of your games, Red Router. We won't hold you any longer, but good luck,
all
and
right,
we'll see you next week, hopefully, and see
all right.
positive
Thank
results
you
from
very
you.
much.
All right.
Yes. See ya.
Okay. And with that, how about we still have a little bit of time before this next Ruby game is going to start, so thank you all for joining us. Please do stick around, as we're likely only going to be another 3 minutes or so. And we will see you soon after we've filled our waters and hydrated up.
Always hydrate.
Always stay hydrated. Okay, thank you all, and we will be right back. We are here. Pearl League,
Welcome,
week 3.
welcome to you. Welcome to you, ones who are watching.
Game is gonna be like, yes. All right, zooming in here. We've got Gaijins with the first gank onto Psyhero. Psyhero forced a flash, but Psyhero falls to Gaijins. That Q from Shen and the slow is enough to take the first blood. As Rakan Medeo is going in on Mars, and trades happening as DRK is forced to walk away from Calamity Shades. Calamity Shades looking very aggressive, but hello. We are back.
Hello.
I've got my water. Mike, how about you?
I didn't stand up because I have a cat on my lap, but I still have water left.
Great. You are going to make it in the desert like your cat's ancestors did with the little water that you have.
I mean, there are a few rules in life. One of the rules of life is if there's a cat on your lap, you're not allowed to move.
Mm-hmm. I too am sometimes a victim of that. Although both of my cats don't want to stay on the lap permanently. They are roamers. They're like, I gotta go. I received the pets. I'm ready to go.
I got places to be.
Yeah, I've got places to be. I'm gonna let them know that we are ready. We are. What were you gonna say?
He hears me talking. He started talking. He's up here. I just wanted to. This is
Aw.
Quark.
Quark, who do you think is gonna win this game? Do you think the Italian Narcissus Gay Rights Association is gonna win, or do you think Build Water Babes is gonna win?
He abstains.
He abstains courteously.
Courteously, exactly.
So we are hearing from the players themselves in this next game that it is either going to be the longest or the shortest of games. So we've got stream, we're ready. One side is ready. The Italian Narcissus Gay Rights Association seems to be ready to play. Will the Bilgewater Babes step up to the plate? They've got Sarah Akemi. They've got Cake Monster. They've got Skippy McSkipper. They've got Zoe Bear. And they've got Blazing Bowman. These are some of the players we've seen before, and I remember having amazing plays. But also, third person's Alawi. Remember that from the very first week?
Predict it won't make it. Yeah.
What's that?
So her Alawi or their Alawi always gets banned. So I doubt.
Oh,
I doubt it would get in.
yes. Yeah. I mean, now that we saw what it could do in the very first week, that's crazy, right? So, I am excited for this. We're going to be watching the Ruby League, which, as a reminder, is everyone ranked gold to platinum. Yeah, that's it. For a second, I was like, hold on, need to make sure my mind is wrapped around that correctly.
Well, I think it's like, obviously, well, I guess high silver to low plat, right?
Yeah, high silver to low plat. That makes more sense to say. Whereas Pearl is silver, low silver, and below. That makes sense? Yeah, we got that now.
Yeah.
So it was super exciting. Thank you, Pumple. We are looking forward to this because as we go down the list, I mean, we saw some interesting picks like Poppy Support. That's something that we see a lot in high elo. I am familiar with seeing it as River Otter says, in Masters and Grandmasters, sometimes a random Poppy Support can just completely shut you down or shut down a team when you don't expect them to. Here, I'm excited we might see something strange. We might start seeing people's favorite champions just go in whatever role they end up going.
Right? And you see a lot of targeted bans, right, when you're playing in this league.
Yeah.
So Alawi, for example.
Yeah. Not a typical ban, but against third person, not many people want to see it.
Right, exactly. But it's similar to the Yorick ban, right? Like, you just don't want to see somebody like, wait a minute, why is this person already level 20? Why are they already at my Nexus? What happened?
Right.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, that can happen. And sometimes you are the support or the, let's say, mage who then has to walk next to the bruiser, tank, juggernaut, whatever role that top laner is playing. And you say to yourself, I'm level 16, they're level 20. That means they must be 3 times stronger than me, and sometimes it feels that way.
Yes. And sometimes they remind you of it.
Yeah, it will be said and reminded swiftly. So there's no doubt about it. We are just waiting on some bathroom breaks here, but very shortly we'll be getting into Champ Select for our second game of the night. After this, we've just got Pearl left. And so, Mike,
Much excitement in both games. Yeah.
are you familiar with the Fearless draft system? It's been a few years that it's been in pro play, so maybe you are?
Vaguely, is that the one where you can't pick the same champion twice over a certain amount of games? Yeah.
Yeah, for any of the games after it's already been chosen, and no matter if it was chosen by the enemy team or your team. So, the way that we talk about Ruby and Pearl with the targeted bans leading to the strange picks, it makes me think, what if we had more Fearless drafts?
I think it'd be I would add maybe like Epic Fearless. Once a champion's been banned, once a champion's been banned, it can't be played ever.
Okay, so
right?
let's think about that. How many games are we playing then? Like of the same two teams against each other?
Good point. You ruined it.
I ruined it because we've got maybe 170 something champions. I think that's what we said on another stream. 170. Yeah. Each game there's 10 bans and 10 champions that are being played.
Yeah, I don't think that would work, would it?
I mean, if you are targeting bans against a role, maybe you start to see Soraka mid. Maybe you start to see Soraka top because there's actually no mid laners or top laners left. Wouldn't that be fun?
Interesting. I think it'd be interesting. And if you're playing 3 games a night, but then it, like, you know, there's multiple teams, so that would only work if it was the same teams playing over and over again.
Yeah, right? I could see that being the case.
We'll need to go to the drawing board on this one. But yeah, I like the idea.
I mean, maybe there's something to be said about it of like only certain champions from each role get banned instead of you can just ban anyone you like. All right.
Or you get together at the beginning of the night, all the captains, and you pick your bans.
Oh, wow. So it's like you're creating a new version of League of Legends that is limited.
Yeah.
Pompo in chat saying, you just want to see Fizz Jungle. I do want to see Fizz Jungle. I want to see the strangers come out. So...
I want to see, yeah. We want to see something interesting. We want to see something new.
Yeah. We've got Evelyn as the first ban coming out from Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association. And Bilgewater Babes returns back with Thresh. Thresh will not be seen in this game.
Which is holding true to the statistics.
Yeah. When people see a champion as threatening, it doesn't matter if you are in Topaz, Ruby, or Pearl. People are going to say, I'd just rather not see it. Alright, there we go. Third person's Alawi is now banned.
Which is exactly why when I play in this league, I am never allowed to play Zillion.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that one, that Zillion is not allowed for you. And here we go, Dr. Mundo also.
Actually, you know what? That's a good point. Last week, Mundo was on Topaz's list, and it wasn't this week.
Yeah, replaced. Replaced by the beauteous Thresh. And there we go. Another Lux ban comes through. That's holding true for Ruby 100%. There just must be so many Lux players here.
There's Morgana.
And Morgana being chosen. And you wonder why Morgana's not being banned if she's being chosen so much. At least I wonder. What do you think the answer is there, Mike? It's just not worth the ban?
I think people just, I mean, they don't respect it, right? Like, yeah, they know it's going to come through, but there's other things that they would prefer not to see over it.
Yeah, and let's see the reason for that. I'm just going to look at the Ruby stats for a second, and let's look at the win rate. I'm going to search up Morgana. Well, the reason is because she's been picked 16 times, not counting the games tonight, and her win rate is 37.5%. So maybe
Okay.
she's not worth the bans, even though she's been banned 8 times in the Ruby League.
So she's well, and against Emilio, it's not really. I don't know.
Yeah, you're
You
not
think
in
that's
so much danger when your ult is just immediately going to be cleansed by Emilio.
right now? The spell shield will be useful, but or the black shield will be useful, but against what? We don't even know yet, right? And I'm assuming that's Morgana support, but it could be she could be somewhere else.
Yeah, with Zoe already on here, Zoe's looking like she's going to be the mid laner and then Morgana support. But you do see the odd end of Morgana mid sometimes as just a wave clear and leave lane pusher.
Right, and we just spent forever talking about how we'd like to see weird things places. So maybe somebody is.
Someone's listening on the
Akshan.
other side. Yeah, we do see
Here's open.
Akshan come out. Okay.
We got the next set of bans.
All right, Kale. Kale now banned in 2 of 2 games that we've watched. And there's Nasus. I think the enemy here is late game scaling. We don't want to see Victor.
Right.
We don't want to see Kale. We don't want to see Nasus. We don't want to see Mundo.
I mean, Aurelion Sol's still on the list.
That's true. He could be here, and I've known some players in Ruby and Topaz to love Aurelion Sol. I've actually grown to love Aurelion Sol recently.
I love Aurelion Sol too.
The stacking champions, there's something about them.
No, for some reason nobody respects the E. People always just stand in the E and they think that oh, it's not taking any damage. Like, yeah, you're right. It's not. Stand on it all you want.
Yeah, give me the stacks. The Stardust would be very nice. And let's see, now that we've got Caitlyn and Misfortune also on the ban lists, maybe they were watching that Topaz game and saw what Misfortune could do, but she is also just a very popular and strong champion currently. So let's see, without bot lanes, without ADCs picked, who are we turning to? Yunara, of course. She is the new bread and butter of ADC players, and she does feel really good to play. She's got the classic design of a Sivir-like ADC who's gonna auto-attack nonstop and just allow her autos to travel, and the damage extends onto other targets.
Which goes back to what you were saying last week, right? Like, it feels like they're just picking old champions and enhancing them, right?
Yeah.
So the Yunara
Completely.
is the new Sivir 2.0.
It's true. And then we've got Senna ADC coming out for Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association, and Ornn top. And let's see, the top pick for Bilgewater Babes has been reserved.
So that's
I'm picking
really
Renekton
curious
here. I'm not picking any other champion besides Renekton. Oh, Mordekaiser is good, but the danger with Mordekaiser, your ult is CC, technically. And with so much CC immunity and untargetability coming out from Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association, I really hope that Mordekaiser doesn't fall into the trap of launching his ult, trying to drag someone into the death realm, and not being able to do it at all.
So Mordekaiser, I think, is really, in this particular instance, intended to be an anti-Yi device.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that 100%.
Right? Like, because he's going to be the main damager here, I think.
Yeah. You know, the lack on Bilgewater Babes is CC this game, but what they lack in CC, they make up for a lot in power. But we'll see if Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association isn't just able to hold down one by one each of these players.
Right, and they also have, like you said, a lot of anti-CC, right?
That's true.
So they can get out of, like, yeah, they can't they can't slow people down, but they can't stop people or slow them down or hold them still, but they certainly can stop the other team from doing that. So, because we got Senna's root, Zoe's sleep, Morgana's root,
Right.
Master Yi nothing, and Ornn's what, knock up?
Yeah,
think.
tons of knockups.
And yeah, I don't know, which team do you give this to?
I give it to
team are
blue
you-
side immediately. Only because I'm the type of person who gets into a ranked game and I say, hold on a second. No one's playing any CC. That means me as the support, I've got to bring Leona, I've got to bring Nautilus, and I'm the only one? Like, we lose instantly. Because CC is just so important, especially in team competitive environments. The higher you go and the more communicating you're doing, the more you're able to share resources effectively and cover for people. The more you need to be holding that person down so they can't do that.
Right. I think, I don't know, do I agree? I agree. I do like their team comp. I don't know why. I think, like, on paper, blue side's gonna win. But for some reason, I'm getting a feeling red side.
Your heart is telling you something.
My brain is telling me Italian Narcissist Gay Rights Association, but my heart is telling me Bilgewater Babes.
Your heart is for the Bilgewater Babes.
I got nothing but heart for the Bilgewater.
And who do you think the Bilgewater Babes are?
But you mean like canonically?
Yeah. Canonically in the lore.
That's a good question. I don't think Gangplank is a very good.
No, but you don't go immediately to Misfortune tells me a lot about you, Mike. She's the Bilgewater Babe.
I forgot.
You're like, Gangplank? Pike?
Oh, Tom Kench. Tom Kench. Yeah, see, Stevie didn't get it either.
Yeah, oh right. Misfortune. I mean, let's open our minds. Free your mind and the rest will follow, they've said.
I mean, I don't know. Misfortune's not really my type.
Not your type? Oh, she's mine. She's strong. That's my type. Okay, so
the strong silent type.
Yeah, she is not silent. That's another thing. If I'm ever playing Misfortune, she's yelling at me. Most of the people in this game are yelling at me constantly, unless they're like the Zen Wuju type of people. It's like, have you ever played Ashe?
Rammus
is not yelling at you. That's one difference. But you ever played Ashe and you long click down the lane and all of a sudden you are transported to the Freljord as Ashe is telling you her life story and how her chiefess mother gave her this right to be the chiefess of the Freljordians and that it's coming from a long line of Anyways, we are in to this game after all of that.
There it is. Never mind. After all of that, we're in.
Yeah, there's so much lore constantly being told at us, but here we've got a chance to see whether that means anything on the rifts. So here we have it. Let me move my mic just a little bit so I can see the screen better. And, oh, here we have 3 people, but it is not enough to stop Bilgewater Babes from getting away, but they do take the ward immediately in bot lane, knowing that ward always comes down. See Blazing Bowman say, this time I banned it. Not sure who it was. Oh, it was Alawi. That's it. This was the fight that we saw in the top lane that very first week. Blazing Bowman in third person.
You meanie.
Yeah, you meanie, you weren't supposed to remember, says third person.
Surely are a meanie.
Yeah, and so similarly, I feel Ornn does have a little bit more utility than Alawi to engage in a team fight. While Alawi wants to 1v5 maybe or 1v4, Ornn doesn't mind being in a group.
Well, third person's strength with Alawi was the split push, right? So like I'm surprised they didn't go something like Yorick.
Yeah, and here we see a bit of a skirmish in the bot lane as Zoe Relibear and Shark Attack are sending autos back and forth at each other. The level 2 goes to Silver Salmon Shark Attack as the root from Senna goes onto Sarah Akemi, and they are forced under their turret as they are now waiting for their level 2 to come in. Oh, let's take a look for a second. Skirmishing going on top lane.
Look at the health on red side, right? Like, yeah, they're just having trouble keeping up because they didn't get level 2 first.
Yeah, and then taking a bad trade and getting hit with these Morgana Qs as danger zone for Sarah Akemi. The Milio E just keeps them alive, as now Blazing Bowman and third person are trading ignites in the top lane. Third person flashes, Blazing Bowman returns the flash, as doesn't look like either of them is going to fall. Now Sarah Akemi back. No, it was a Milio E.
No, on Mordekaiser.
Oh, on Mordekaiser, no, it's his W that comes out and gives him that shield.
I thought I heard the barrier.
No. We go constant fighting in these lanes.
And Mordekaiser is sticking around even after being such low health.
Yeah, I mean, at this early stage, especially when you don't have TP, it's really dangerous to give up this amount of experience, especially in the top lane where experience matters way more. All right, Sarah Akemi is back in lane on time with her Shyvana potentially in tow, as it looks like Cake Monster knows that there is no vision here, is able to loop around almost perfectly through this. Judging the moment here, potentially sizing up a gank.
And is perfectly behind him, right? No sight. I don't think they saw him peek out.
No, but I think Shark Attack and Silver Sam are just a little bit suspicious, as Cake Monster now forced to do some sort of engage, but unfortunately nothing comes of it.
He is bot side, so he could make something of it.
Yeah, potential for a counter gank there, I suppose, is why Cake Monster... Ooh, Blazing Bowman lands the E onto third person, and now... Oh, the E from third person gets him out with just 0 mana, so he does escape. Akshan here, able to evade that Zoe bubble going behind Zoe. Okay.
And we've got... Oh, good.
I was gonna say, almost 5 minutes into this game and no first blood yet, but I might have spoken too soon, as Silver Sam and Shark Attack both get roots onto Sarah Akemi, and now Yunara and Milio are forced back out of their lane. The Senis continue stackings as this is Milio. Oh, flash for flash, and Silver Sam is now on the back foot. Wow.
Relibear is gonna have to back. Yeah, that was
with no flash.
There's a whole lot with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and in the mid lane, constantly throwing skill shots at each other, but no one getting the clear advantage just yet. We've got a cull on both Akshan and a cull on Yunara, so we do have the late scaling potentially beginning here.
It's
Okay, third person with skillful, unstoppable procs there to avoid Blazing Bowman's hits. They're both level 6 now. Blazing Bowman immediately brings Ornn into the underworld, and let's see, the Ignite comes out from Blazing Bowman. The E from third person does not hit, but Dr. Fox PhD is here for the assist, as Blazing Bowman is going to go down to this Master Yi. First blood.
How can you tell that he's in the underworld?
The champion becomes a little bit ethereal during that time. Okay. And I know the animation where Mordekaiser does it. The Ignite comes out as Skippy McSkipper looks for this kill onto Majestic fights, but does not get the last bit of damage necessary as he's put to sleep.
Shyvana's getting Scuttlebug, possibly Drag.
Yeah, it
or
looks
coming
like
in for a gank.
Cake Monster's sizing the bot lane up one more time, but does not go for it. Okay.
Just a whole lot of
Now,
back and
oop.
forth.
Let's see. With very little vision, Dr. Fox knows that the dragon is being taken as Skippy McSkipper is the ire of Dr. Fox's ult. As Dr. Fox is forced to go away. The E and the Morgana root, Zoe and Morgana managed to get some great CC onto... Oh, and Dr. Fox goes down as Cakey Monster able to escape. Only just ignited, but Majestic Fight still has a flash in tow. Able to... Oh, almost connects to Cake Monster. Oh, and Zoe gets hit as Majestic Fight tees up another Q, but Sarah Akemi here and ready to auto-attack Majestic Fight. Doesn't look like it's enough as this is only a cull on this Yunara. As now Yunara is forced out of her own jungle. The Morgana Q lands and Yunara is taken by Senna.
And that's probably going to give him a free dragon.
Yeah, especially as Dr. Fox is ready and back to take it.
But Akshan may try to have something to say about it.
Yeah, Akshan hiding here. Ready potentially to get the return kill onto Senna. Doesn't seem like they are any the wiser as Majestic Fight is now in danger, but blue team has already taken the Infernal Drake, and now Dr. Fox and Shark Attack claim Zoerella's HP as Skippy McSkipper has no dashes left to protect himself from Dr. Fox. This Master Yi is already popping off. The Drowsy comes on, and Majestic Fight takes this kill. This is already a 2k lead for the blue team. As on the top side of the map, Cakey Monster goes for the Void Grubs.
Looks like Yi's going to take the blue, though.
Yeah, that jungle is completely belonging to Dr. Fox at this point.
He might as well. He knows. What's Red's vision right now? I'm sorry, excuse me, Blue's vision.
There you go. No clue that he's in there. As here we have Cake Monster going in for third person. The E lands and the ult causes third person to flee briefly as third person falls to Blazing Bowman, and that is the necessary amount of gold to get it back. Oh, Majestic Fight lands the E onto Cake Monster, but is it enough as Dr. Fox is approaching? Cake Monster walks in two different directions and Dr. Fox gets onto her and takes her life. These E's from Majestic Fight just perfectly picking out the enemies for quick kills.
Yeah, and they got grubs, they got dragon, right? Blue team's pulling out ahead in every aspect.
Yeah, completely. And we're gonna begin to see a little bit of a CS difference emerge in the mid lane as Skippy McSkipper is, hit by that E as Majestic Fight. Focus on champions might be a little bit down in CS in the mid lane, but that doesn't mean he's any less of damage potential than Akshan.
I am no less of a man.
Right. Shark Attack constantly trolling in that bush.
Yeah, just not giving third person a chance to do anything top lane, right? Like,
Ooh!
really doing a good job on that.
A quick kill from Majestic Fight as Skippy McSkipper is forced to dodge every which way from those Qs. So much damage coming out from two amplifying tomes on Morgana. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This level of lull where there might not be as much happening, but we finally have a chance to breathe.
Yi looks like he's getting a little saucy. No, he's going for Scuttlebug instead.
I saw what you were seeing there, and I think Dr. Fox might still go for it. Oh, he knows his own jungle is not up just yet, but willing to take it back. I'm sure he has more gold than his current items let on. Okay, here we go. Third person launching the ult at Blazing Bowman. They are inside the Mordekaiser ult, and third person looks to be having the advantage here. They're now outside of the Mordekaiser ult, and Blazing Bowman now running for the hills as the wave looks to be poised towards him. Here in the bot lane, we see the Zoe E and the Morgana Q land onto Cake Monster as the ult comes down from Morgana, flashing in to secure it. Gets the kill on Cake Monster as Shark Attack lands a Q now onto Sarah Akemi. The E, the Zoe bubble, and it is a triple for the blue team as it's a double just for Morgana. And in the mid lane, Dr. Fox also took Akshan's life. A near ace for this team.
That really put them ahead, right? The gold now, the effective gold. Well, they haven't recalled yet. Probably gonna get some damage on the turret.
Yeah, I mean, look at these score lines. Only Ornn is feeling balanced in their lane matchup as Master Yi's 4-1-2. Zoe is 3-0-6. Senna is 1-0-6, stacking continuously and potentially able to buy her Yuntel's arrows here or the Stormrazor. And Morgana now already having the Zanya's component, the Seekers. The Mordekaiser ult comes out as Ornn is, you know, not taking that much damage, all things considered, with that. And
he's doing what
Akshan.
Ornn does, right? Like refusing to take damage. There's a gank happening top.
Yeah, and we see Zoe 1v1ing Akshan as Dr. Fox is on Mordekaiser in the top lane. That is over, and now Mastery is going to be a massive problem for this team. And we see exactly how these fights have played out, right? It's the Morgana Qs, it's the Zoe Es, it's Master Yi having nothing to stop him from sitting on top of these champions. Another Zoe E lands as Majestic Fight catches Zorelibert out of position. And Majestic Fight not looking to stop as she is looking for Sarah Akemi's Yunara. The E comes out but does not land as the dragon is being taken. The second of which belonging to Dr. Fox and Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association. I mean, we said it was starting slow, but from 5 minutes with 0 kills to 14 minutes with 16 deaths, that is quite the jump. The blue team has popped off already.
They have popped off already. They've got a 6,000 gold lead almost, and they're just having their way. Like
Yeah.
this top lane, Ornn doing his best to try to do something about it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Shark
look at-
Attack
look at-
hitting these Qs.
Look at bot lane, right? Like they're just doing whatever they want. They're damaging the turret, and there's nothing Melio and Yunara can do.
Yeah, here we go. Zoe with no E as Keiki Monster has his ult, potentially able to get the fear out as Senna putting the defensive ult onto their ally. As Morgana begins layering the CC onto Sarah Akemi, the ult goes off as Zoe Relibert is not able to get Yunara out of there, and Zoe Relibert now alone under their turret.
Right, and there's not much he can do because the minion wave is about to crash into the turret, which means he's going to get dove. So he's doing his best to kill the wave and not die once they do it.
Yeah, and with just it's already 6.5k separating in gold between these two teams. It does not look good. In spite of them having 3 grubs, the objective difference and the gold difference are going to begin to show in these interactions. Even as Cake Monster comes back up for third person, first turret has already been taken bot lane.
Ornn's being forced to play so defensively.
Yeah, but with so much tankiness, it's like third person doesn't really need to worry because so much damage is AP damage, magic damage coming out from Build the Bilgewater Babes.
Right, but he does have Doran.
Oh, there we go. Third person looking for a dive onto Blazing Bowman, misses the ult, and third person will take Mordekaiser's life, not before trading their own though.
Hey,
Dr. Fox
you got the gold.
PhD launches their ult, sees Keiki Monster, and says, I've got half HP, but I bet you I can still take you. Oh, the ult comes out from Cake Monster as Dr. Fox falls. That flea just too much, and Master Yi did not have his Q ready to dodge it.
That was some overconfidence on Yi's part.
100%, but in that same position, I don't know if I would be able to resist.
Same.
Hey, with the turret gone, Skippy McSkipper is in big danger as there's more terrain in the mid lane for Zoe to manipulate.
Bottom mid turret lost as far as red team is concerned, but top side, Shyvana took blue's first or outer turret.
Yeah. Okay, with every lane still staying within their confined boundaries, we're starting to see a little bit of roams come from Skippy McSkipper as he's looking to potentially get something here.
Akshan snuck down there, but they don't have vision. They must have just had a spidey sense go off in their brain.
Yeah, acknowledging that he's not on the map, but Zoe Reliver acting as bait as Akshan is able to get behind and get onto these champions. Zoe Reliver falls to the Shark Attack Morgana ult as another Q lands on Yunara, and Yunara falls to Silver Sam. Majestic fight here to launch an E, but narrowly evades. And Skippy McSkipper forced to run. Okay, in the Mordekaiser ult up here, we see a reprise as third person and Blazing Bowman. Now, third person comes out on top as Blazing Bowman does not get their last auto out. But here we have Dr. Fox PhD ready with his ult, potentially, to throw this turret down as well.
So they're gonna just put all three. Oh, maybe Dr. Fox is taking the jungle instead, which is a legitimate strategy, making sure that what's this? Was it Shyvana doesn't get more money on him?
Yeah, I see in the chat we've got Tiddlywink saying, wait, this Morgana is nasty. She is hitting so many Qs and Rs perfectly, continuing the chain. As now we have the Rift Herald headed towards this, and all of those grubbies coming out.
It's not only the CC, it's the timing of it as well, right? So
Yes, amazing.
super good plays here all around.
And then got John, Ornn and Mord average top lane experience. Yes, just throwing themselves at each other and seeing who wins constantly. I mean, with that last play though, Dr. Fox did have to flash, but getting that much turret plating off of the tier 2 mid turret and getting the Chemtech Drake, this is in a position now where they're almost 10k gold ahead. How is Red Team going to get back from this?
They've got to get lucky, right? They got to catch a few people out. They got to farm up. They got to do something to make sure this lead doesn't continue.
Yeah, 100%. You know what else?
Right now the conversation is... Here, go ahead.
Okay, we do see third person being collapsed on potentially here, and while not being the Fed member of their team, it's looking dangerous as third person inside the Mord ult gets their 1v1 opportunity, and Zoe Reliber gets knocked up. Oh my god, the Mordekaiser ult saves third person, as third person has the opportunity to do a 1v1 and then a 2v1, and manages to save themselves entirely.
Cake Monster thinking, maybe I shouldn't be here.
Yes, as Majestic Fight, Master Yi, and third person all able to quickly take Cakey Monster down.
That should be a turret for them.
Yeah, this is spelling the end, as it's more than a 10k gold lead now for Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association. Okay, we've got the support on the mid laner. We will see, is this the day where the support wins? As Shark Attack lands 2 Qs in a row, and Skippy McSkipper, Zoe Relibear does fall to that ignite from Zoe. We see the mid laner beats the support on the blue team, but let's see. Shark Attack falls, proving, you know, a support is still a support in both senses.
But it was close, right?
It
like
was.
that was closer than I'm sure Akshan is comfortable with right now.
And you see Akshan making the daring escape. Everyone on the blue team knows he's somewhere in this jungle until he's not. Yeah. And now the focus is on Vision, as the Baron has made its way to the map. Dr. Fox PhD seeing Zoe Relibear a little bit out of position. The Q from Zoe Relibear is not able to CC Master Yi. As the ult comes out, the ult from Master Yi, and now he is on a rampage with lethal tempo stacked. No one is going to be approaching him. Cake Monster able to get behind Silver Sam in third person. Nothing comes of it.
Cake Monster trying to get away. Ornn popping over. Not able to do anything about that with the Shyvana. Dr. Fox PhD coming in on...
A long way. Oh, yeah, and just deciding to walk away.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes you think, yeah, you're a little more confident, and the confidence wanes as the theory approaches fruition.
Yeah, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. But right before that whole thing started, you said something about vision, and I look at the vision scores. Look at the vision scores right now.
Wow. Especially in the support role, there's a gigantic difference. Okay, Majestic Fight now forced to walk away from their team, but knowing that his team is just behind, not feeling too in danger. Oh, this is crazy. Morgana Q lands as Majestic Fight is now forced in a terrible position, fleeing from Cake Monster and dies. First death of the game, the shutdown goes on to Shyvana. Shark Attack also falls to Blazing Bowman, and now Skippy McSkipper takes Silver Sam's shutdown. It's not completely closing the gold gap, but that is almost exactly what the red team needs to start seeing in order to come back into this game.
Yeah, a few more of those, right? And depending what they do once they have people dead, right? Like
you go from an 11k gold lead to only a 9k gold lead. It's gonna become greater and greater chances that those types of events keep happening as the game goes on longer.
Hey, it's not nothing, right? Like the it all adds up, and for some reason when teams get behind, sometimes they just focus and can coordinate better than teams that are ahead.
Yeah, and here's what else we're gonna see. The late game scaling, that was really nice by Zoe Relibear to stop third person's assaults. We see the Ginsu's Rageblade Masterwork, the Hollow Radiance Masterwork, the Luden's Echo Masterwork. The only two we aren't seeing are Senna's and Morgana's so far. But that doesn't mean they're not coming for that Zanya's Masterwork, as this is potentially the soul being taken, and Dr. Fox will secure this soul while Cake Monster is taking that mid turret.
Right, and Cake Monster sees the writing on the wall. No, they don't. I was gonna say.
They know they need to get out of there, 100%.
Just wanted a couple more minions. Just a few more minutes, Mom.
Yeah, just 5 more minutes of sleep. Alarm clock, please. Okay, Majestic Fight looking for their trap onto Cake Monster. Almost landing that E, but now chasing. Shark Attack is coming in tow. Zoe Relibear. Oh, here comes the ult from Shark Attack, sure to get Sarah Akemi, as Sarah Akemi is forced to flash. The Milio ult does save from that, but the Ornn ult is coming out, hits 3 people, 4 people, knocking them up as the Shyvana ult comes out in response. And this looks like it could be anyone, as Majestic Fight is forced into the Mordekaiser ult and falls. But looks like Master Yi is able to clean up entirely, and Silver Sam joins to get the last kill on the Blazing Bowman. This looks like a Baron play.
This does look like a Baron play, and that was unfortunately not really helpful for coming back from, or Red's comeback, right? So we'll see what happens, but Ornn looks like he's going to play the middleman.
Yeah, exact. I mean, Ornn not going to do very much damage to this Baron, so being in that human ward position, perhaps the best thing he could do.
Especially with Akshan getting a little frisky over there.
Right. And here we have it. Italian Narcissus Gay Rights Association, 10k gold lead, Baron, Chemtech Soul. What can they not achieve with this level of power? Let's take a look at the objective timers, and we see it's gonna be 4 minutes until the Elder Drake is spawned, and That Baron buff is going to last them another 2 minutes or so.
And if you look at, I mean, just the farm, right? Like everywhere down the line except for top lane.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Top and mid are not so much lined up. But other
Yeah,
than
here
that,
comes the Ornn ult onto 2 people as third person seems Sarah Akemi 4.4 seconds of CC. Uh-oh, stream just died.
yeah,
Why did stream
what
die?
happened? Oh, there it is.
Oh, we're back. That was weird.
We're back and we're live. Yeah, that was
We
weird.
are back. That was
Welcome
really
back,
strange.
everybody.
Welcome back. Uh-oh, I still see people saying rip and no. I don't think we are gone still, but here we
I don't
have
think
the
we're gone. I
end
can
of
see it.
this game. Majestic Fight helping with this CC. Skippy McSkipper looking to them, putting up a big fight as Blazing Bowman, let's see, not able to secure the kill onto Dr. Fox. And this team is going to Italian Nasus' Gay Rights Association.
And the victory goes to blue team or Italian Nasus. Man,
Gay
I
Rights
can't say that.
Association.
I can't even say that.
All right. And with that said, that is the end of the Ruby League game for tonight. Mike, how did you feel about that game? I felt like it happened so fast all at once.
It did. Everything happened all at once, everywhere, all at once.
Everywhere, all at once. Very quickly, though.
It did. It did. And I mean, the red team did their best, but unfortunately, they just kept getting out-rotated, out everything. So it's not ideal.
Yes, it's true. And so we have a lot of time. I made it to the Pearl game in a way that I am now the lobby leader. But let's continue talking about that last game. I see Toki saying we couldn't do anything. It's unfortunately true how much of a gold difference there was, and potentially a little bit of a CC imbalance as there was so much lockdown from the side of Italian Nasus' Gay Rights Association.
Right, and they were good at using it. They were good at coordinating. They were good at pretty much everything, right? Like they just coordinated so well.
Yes. And who do you want to see from that game? I might be interested in talking to Dr. Fox, especially seeing the Master Yi pop off. That's super interesting to me.
I think either Master Yi or the Morgana, I think, are the two that I would consider.
Yes.
I would consider, because the Morgana was also very good at the CC and alting. But I think you're right.
Shark attack.
Let's do Dr. Fox.
All right, Dr. Fox, if you want to join us in the live streaming lobby, I know you might be able to get in here already, but if you want to join here or in League Lobby 1 and we can drag you in, be happy to chat and congratulate you and talk a little bit about that match.
Let's see if I can't find him.
Hello, welcome in and congratulations.
Hi, thank you very much.
Yeah, so how do you feel after that game? I mean, besides very fast and dangerous.
Besides very fast and dangerous,
Yeah.
that's like 90% of what I feel.
Yeah.
No, it's you don't get games like that super often, so I'm just trying to ride that momentum into game 3 here. It was I feel like in the early game it was a lot closer than the end result would suggest. Our solo lanes were quite evenly matched and putting up a very good fight on the side of Bilgewater Babes.
Agreed. When you are playing as the jungler and you have minutes going on without a single death, and then all of a sudden fights are breaking out everywhere, what's going through your mind to try to tip the scales there?
Well, it's just a matter of where it's happening geographically, and what character I'm playing. So on Master Yi, I get all the gold. I need to be a rich
Okay.
boy.
Yeah, greedy.
So if I see a fight breaking out, but I can't profit off of it, I'm continuing to power farm. I
There
have,
it is.
and I can't play Yi unless I have a lot of faith in my team, and I had a lot of faith in my team this time around.
100%.
reason.
Would you want to give a singular shout out to anyone on your team, or maybe in the other team?
Yeah, if you could give honors.
Definitely third person. They were just a rock in the top lane, and that gave me free reign to just pursue whatever objectives that I felt like. They were very reliable in a 2v1 against Mordekaiser. But it's hard because like my Morgana was so cracked though.
That's true. I mean, the layers of CC that you all were able to put down, I'm not sure if Master Yi functions without all of that protection and lockdown. So, while you were super
Yeah,
dangerous,
absolutely.
it's definitely they had their arms tied behind their back a little bit, right?
Right, one Mordalt, one well-timed Mordalt could have ended your reign.
Oh, absolutely. It's quite fragile. Me being able to play Master Yi is 100% a team effort.
Well, I'm
Absolutely.
glad to hear, and hopefully you take that team mentality into your next few games, and we'll be cheering you on fairly from the casters booths.
Well,
Always
thank you
fair.
very much.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck on the rest of the night.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Mike. Moving into this last game, it sounds like we might be already missing where the action is happening.
Yeah, I think so. I messaged Sai and they're not looking. It says he's creating a custom game, but I don't see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we're in the right lobby, but that is okay. We will get to the bottom of it.
I may or may not have access to the.
Okay. GG's, Dr. Fox and Co. I will do better the next time I face y'all. Toki, I think everyone there put on an amazing show, and I'm gonna get back, Fox, Keiki, you as well, with the abilities to put up a fight while the gold difference and just a few key fights in the beginning were not going your way, but the ability to continue fighting, that is amazing. Okay, I see. Now I'm here, and this does look a little different than the code I had. But we are all good now. We are still a little bit early, and so, with that, Mike, thank you for getting us into the right game. But we
no
will
worries.
take one last little break. Any parting words, Mike?
No, too much pressure.
Too much pressure. Okay, well, we'll zillion alt ourselves away before we faint. And we will catch you all as soon as we are ready to watch the last game of the night, which will be the Pearl League. And then we'll have one last great game of League of Legends. Thank you all.
Sounds like a plan.
Stay tuned. We are here. Pearl League, week 3.
Welcome to you. Welcome to you, ones who are watching.
It's gonna be like, yes. All right, zooming in here. We've got Gasians with the first gank onto Psyhero. Psyhero forced to flash, but Psyhero falls to Gasians. That Q from Shen and the slow is enough to take the first blood. As Rakan Medeo is going in on Mars, and trades happening as DRK is forced to walk away from Calamity Shades. Calamity Shades looking very aggressive, but Gasians looks like he might be able to come in.
Getting a knockup.
There you go. Yeah, Calamity Shades forced to flash away from Gasians as this fight is going to span multiple angles. Fierce Steel coming in with the E as the dragon is at 3,000 HP. The Recon ult charms Fierce Steel away for just a second, and blue team secures their third Drake soul point as Fierce Steel is now trying to ult them away, but Space Dandy gets the kill as well as Mars falling. Psy Hero falls, and now no one on the blue team is dead, and yet red is looking like they are scattered to the wind. Space Dandy. Fierce Steel on the other side, putting DRK and Medeo under their inhibitor turret mid. As, Medeo doesn't survive this last turret hit, but DRK is able to put some quick damage onto Fierce Steel. Fierce Steel gets a double, essentially, onto the bot lane of blue side, but it is not enough as their top inhibitor is just completely gone as Fierce Steel trying to salvage the mid. Yeah, and there we have it. Fierce Steel now caught. Medeo launches the ult as Fierce Steel is forced to stay inside the Misfortunal and falls to DRK. Medeo looking for another one as Shrimp Wheels is now caught up. Varus, Gasians now potentially leading the charge in, or looks like they're going to take this last turret and open up all of the inhibitors to secure their win very quickly here. No wards inside their jungle, and it is dark. The night is dark and full of terrors as out they appear, Medeo, DRK, and Space Dandy, ready to launch their final strike at Shrimp Wheels as Shrimp Wheels is going to fall. And then here we have Gasians getting himself onto Calamity Shades, the ult from DRK getting Mars and Calamity Shades really far down as Victor gets the Shen ult, and it looks like it's over as only Fierce Steel is here to defend his space.
He's doing his darndest.
And there we have it, with an ace. Yes, and it is over. GG, WP, Space Dandy, Gasians, Victor, DRK, and Medeo take this win for themselves. And it's now time for Game 2. The Ruby League. We've got a massive game here as HP stackers are against HP stackers. Mages are against mages, and stackers in general are against stackers in the bot lane. As the Smolder stacks. Ooh, Firefly landing a great charm to get first blood. Okay, here we have it at the Grubs. Silas is coming for this scuttle as Pinky Soup is here, ready to hook him. Armani Salami forced to flash away from that Pikey. Even though no one is here, the bluff works as Armani Salami continues on the scuttle. Oh, Pinky Soup landing the Q as Zangi goes in for the ult on Armani Salami. John comes in with his own ult. Armani Salami returning with the Shyvana ult. Saved by Blazing Bowman's Eat as PP Bandit, John, Zangi, and Pinky Soup are looking to chase. They get Armani Salami and they're continuing further for Blazing Bowman, who does not make it out in time. Now Sona and Senna forced under their turret as their jungler, Armani Salami, is pushed also there with him. It's looking like it's going to potentially be a dive as they're fighting over the grub. The beautiful Sona ult comes out from Shark Attack, and now John, Pinky Soup, and Zangi are now forced away as, oh, never mind. Beautiful ult.
Pike ult.
All right.
Dragon ult.
Silver Sam able to save himself. Firefly comes in with the TP, now looking to collapse fully onto Dripper, though Zangi is still here waiting in the wings. Okay, here we've got Chef Zangi coming into Armani Salami's jungle with one level up on him. The fear comes out from Chef Zangi's ultimate as Armani Salami is forced to run under his turret and does not get away from the third bite. Firefly here, though, potentially able to clean up as the charm lands onto Chef Zangi, and oh, with that shield from Galio, Chef Zangi does make it and returns the favor onto Firefly. It's a double kill for Zangi. Now red team is here. Pinky Soup looking at Sona there. Shark Attack, beautiful ult coming out to hit both Shyvana and Pike as the John's Galio ult comes in. Chef Zangi now forced to be in the back as he wants to preserve his HP to do this streak. Silver Sam and Ari get onto Dripper as Dripper is left for dead by the blue team.
Shyvana going into Silas's jungle, chasing after him at his own bread.
Yeah, and here we go. It's going to be a 2v2 up in this jungle as Firefly is now here to make it the first 3v3. John here, as it's now going to be an all-out battle. Firefly is pushed away as Blazing Bowman, losing all of his HP, forced to flash under his turret. Will he land the Q to get his HP back? He will, but it looks like blue team has made it to the opposite side of the turret before Silver Sam and Shark Attack are here for backup. It's time for the Hex Tech Dragon. We've got another Hex Tech soul potentially on our hands, as Zangi is now here first to take it. Alright, Armani Salami able to pop that Swain ult, but not before Zangi takes it. PP Bandit. Oh, taking his own life as Silas, Ari, and Swain are down. Silver Sam and Shark Attack now forced to leave as red team is scattered. Pike ult comes out for both Senna and Sona to fall of the red team. And yet, red team is still here waiting for this X-Tech Dragon to come up to potentially get their soul point. What we have.
Is taking care of that, right? Ooh,
Oh my god, Pike instantly deleted as Armani Salami comes in with this Stojavana ult. PP Bandit ults, but oh, and Smolder coming in through the back. They're front to backing it, and red team is now forced to run away as Smolder continually, that's, oh, potentially the danger zone for them as Smolder's making his way to the back line. Oh, and Tom Kench down to the Smolder Elder Drake. Firefly potentially coming in here. Lands the charm on Dripper, exactly what this team needs. As Dripper falls before he can put any stacks on. PP Bandit dying to the Sona ult. Wow. There are supers in the red base, but they are not afraid to close this gold gap. Just a second. As it's now the dance of the objective, waiting for Firefly to come. Red team is doing a beautiful job at holding this, but now the top wave is going to be pushed in. Blazing Bowman's the first one hooked in. The roots and the stuns and fears coming out from Zangi as the ult comes out from Smolder and from Pike to get the kills. Smolder in the back. Oh, manages to stop. Okay. Smolder falls to Armani Salami as John is now in the back trying to take out Firefly. Firefly falls. PP Bandit and Armani Salami both with Swain ults just duking it out as John makes it away from Silver Sam to try to help PP Bandit. But Swain is the better Swain than Silas. And now Silver Sam, uh-oh, I'm on the wrong side of this. I gotta go. They're dancing. They're waiting for this 15 seconds. Everyone is holding their breath. As Zangi and the entire team go through the Hexgate, except for Galio John. Zangi ults, and it is time to battle it out. Zangi at half health. Firefly is not taking any... Oh, he is falling, potentially, as now Firefly's at a third of his HP. Tom Kench manages to get PP Bandit out. John is now hoping to follow up to get Firefly out of the fight, as Dripper has been just on the back line. Oh, Dripper, unfortunately, not able to get the damage onto Firefly that he needs. Barrier comes early. Pinky Soup able to take Silver Sam out, but the charm lands on John. And Shyvana, Zangi is coming in from the back. John's ult comes in, knocks two up. And who's going to be first down? Zangi is the first down as Silver Sam takes him. Then Tom Kench and Sona fall. Armani Salami Zanyas as PP Bandit is forced to fight against Firefly and Silver Sam. Not enough. Both damage dealers on both teams are up as Dripper gets Firefly and Pinky Soup is on top of Silver Sam, and it is over as the ace comes out. They've got the super there. Are they going to push it to the end? It looks like they want to. 389 stacks of Dragon Practice on Smolder. That is just outrageous to try to defeat. It's all right, and we are here at the beginning of the third match, final match of the night of Topaz, as River Otter looking for a reprise as Tiddlywink is flayed and then queued, and River Otter takes the first blood as Reklats is now sent running, and this is a gigantic wave set to crash into the bot turret. Along with eventually River Otter and Dr. Fox are going to be able to secure this Soul Point Drake. We got two TPs coming in onto this ward. Got first Miffed, and then we see Tiddlywinks and Colby Keiko is 3 as the ults come out, and first falls Thresh, then Dr. Fox in response as blue team is caught off guard and uncoordinated. Now that it is Soul Point, especially given that it's the Ocean Soul, I mean, they're gonna have to work really hard to burst down Gwen. Here we have Colby Cakes coming in with a W onto Pest. Manages to take the red buff for their jungler as Pest is now swallowed by Tom Kench. Forced to be on the wrong side. The Ignite comes out and the Gwen does not get stunned or ulted, but gets rooted eventually by Tiddlywink. Gabriel in danger from Zelix as MTP is now fighting almost 1v3. Zelik is only just far behind as they keep regaining all of their HP. Zelik finally gets River Otter and Dr. Fox in response and on the back of them, and River Otter flashes forward to get this. Oh my goodness. Reklats just gets away with that stun award and see who is where. As let's take a look at the different visions. River Otter managed to stay just out of sight as Pest takes Lux. And Reklutz and Colby Cakes and Gay Grill are in the wrong position as they're surrounded by 5. The Taracle comes out, and Zelik looks to be in a little bit of danger, but now MTP and Past are able to do as much damage as possible. Thresh falls, but not before quite a few members of the red team fall as well. Pest makes it out as Mift struggles to finish off Pest or Zelik. Yes. Yeah, Colby Cakes and Mift not able to push these champions away as Dr. Fox secures the kill onto Tom Kench. Mift now willing to give it up, and it is GG. So MTP, Zelik, Pest, Dr. Fox, PhD, and River Otter take the last win. We are here. Pearl League, week 3.
Welcome to you. Welcome to you, ones who are watching.
It's gonna be like, yes. All right, zooming in here. We've got Gasians with the first gank onto Psyhero. Psyhero forced a flash, but Psyhero falls to Gasians. That Q from Shen and the slow is enough to take the first blood. As Rakan Medeo is going in on Mars, and trades happening as DRK is forced to walk away from Calamity Shades. Calamity Shades looking very aggressive, but Gasians looks like he might be able to come in.
Getting a knockup.
There you go. Yeah, Calamity Shades forced to flash away from Gasians as this fight is going to span multiple angles. Fierce Steel coming in with the E as the dragon is at 3,000 HP. The Rakan ult charms Fierce Steel away for just a second, and blue team secures their third Drake soul point as Fierce Steel is now trying to ult them away, but Space Dandy gets the kill as well as Mars falling. Psyhero falls, and now no one on the blue team is dead, and yet red is looking like they are scattered to the wind. Space Dandy, Fierce Steel on the other side, putting DRK and Medeo under their inhibitor turret mid, as Medeo doesn't survive this last turret hit, but DRK is able to put some quick damage onto Fierce Steel. Fierce Steel gets a double essentially onto the bot lane of blue side, but it is not enough. Hello, welcome back. We are ready for our third and our final game of League of Legends tonight on this CMSA Season 2, Week 4 League of Legends League with the Chicago Metropolitan Sports Association. Mike, how are you feeling going into this last game?
I am feeling stoked. I want to see this game, right? I want to see Lissandra get banned for Psyhero. I want to see Pearl ban Zyra, right? Like these are, and then it's just going to be, it's going to be a crazy game. There's going to be a lot of fighting. It's going to be an action-packed last match.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing some crazy things in this chat because I've been sitting in the lobby. You've been watching maybe too, Mike. And I'm not talking about the Twitch chat where people are redeeming giveaway tickets like they've got a getaway soon. I see in this chat, okay guys, make sure to ban Lissandra twice. Okay, can we do Yordles only? Are we gonna be A-ramming it? Are we gonna be putting on dancing skins? Dance party at the drag pit? What is happening here? It's the end of the night and people are going crazy, so I would stay tuned in.
That's happened, right? Like there's been times where we get to the end of the night, we're like, we're doing Team Yordle, or what do we? Lad always boasted for the bald team, right? So
yeah,
he's big on bald.
I just got a League of Legends notification. We have disabled the following champions due to in-game issues and are currently working on a resolution. Auction.
We just had an auction.
Yeah, strange. I wonder if that's gonna be there was some issue that stopped Auction from being able to 1v9 that game.
Pentakill.
Yeah, I mean, Auction is one of those champions that can do so much because Riot will never touch him. But as we get into it, let's see, we're in the ban phase now. It's not as late as it was necessarily last week, but good luck and have fun to everyone. Thank you, you too, DRK, because we are now in it.
In it to win it.
Yeah, Evelyn banned again.
Ban. Yeah. Viego ban. Okay. Not liking the shape shifting.
No, not at all. And maybe we're seeing a trend that it's always junglers who end up being banned first.
Not a problem.
Oh, and misfortune.
ban. Yeah.
She's dangerous. I think everyone realizes how dangerous she is. And Jin?
Jin ban. So jungle ban, jungle ban. ADC ban, ADC ban.
Yeah, we're going tit for tat on every metric here.
Fierce Steel in the stream saying, "My Viego!"
No! You will be avenged, Fierce Steel. You will have your day.
There's the Lissandra ban. Giving him hope at the end.
Yeah, for Hero to eventually get what they need. Kane comes out for Fierce Steel. I love to see Kane. Let's see. This is going to be so interesting. As Warwick comes out as the response, immediate jungle matching. So that, let's see, who's the blind coming from Orn's Otters?
Caitlyn, safe pick.
Yeah. Oh, are we doing regions? Is that what we're doing here? We've got two Zon and Piltovers on the Orn's Otters side. Let's see. Any Ionians?
Covering. All over the place. 5, 4, 3, 2, Nasus.
Oh, wow. Nasus looking for the late game special, and Jinx coming out. It's cops and robbers already.
Cops and robbers.
Or just one cop and one robber, really.
Fierce Steel in the chat saying, "And for my next trick, I will now go 0 and 14."
I mean, I don't know if I'd like to see it, but it would make for a really interesting game. So we see Sejuani as, oh, perhaps this is Warwick top if we see Sejuani coming out in response. I'm not sure who wins in the Nasus versus Warwick, but they both are massive life stealers who want to do basically the same job in the top lane, just constantly survive in spite of the onslaught of blows.
So there's another Hero ban. Zyra.
Yeah, with Zyra gone, it looks like they might even be able to go for another ban. I mean, I don't know, because there's no triple banning allowed, but we'll see who gets the last one. Maybe a support. No way.
No way.
All right. Seraphine. Knocked out of DSauce. Well, yeah, I think it is going to be Medeo, ADC, and DSauce support, unless it's the exact opposite of that.
I wasn't looking to see who hovered.
Me neither.
No, I just got a sense of anxiety. I heard the sound. I was like, "Oh my god, I have to pick." I thought I was in a game and I forgot.
That's great. The amount of times that I've been watching someone stream or in Discord watching someone stream and the like champion select or lobby selected, the Q pop comes up and I'm like, oh, I need to click that or else I'm gonna get the penalty.
But the last week the sound hasn't been working and my I fixed it, but like in the client, like the Riot client, you know, so like my champ select and the timers weren't getting sound, and I didn't realize how often I just ADHD and go somewhere else and do something else. The amount of matches I accidentally dodged because I didn't have sound was annoying.
My god. And you're one of those people that when I'm in the queue and I'm constantly getting relobbied, and I'm like, how could there be so many people who just are not following through on the lobby?
I'm the problem.
Yeah, that's you. Good to know.
Ooh, they picked Hero's Mel.
Yeah, and then we've got Lux coming out.
Ooh, that's a Lux into a Mel. That's gonna be a rough matchup if that's Mel mid. But
yeah, that is. It's scary for Lux. 100%, it's scary for Lux. But you know, eventually with long distance mages with the glass cannons, especially Lux from 2009 versus Lux from 2023, it's a skill matchup ultimately. Oh,
that's a Mel support and a Malzahar mid. thought for sure that was going to be a Mel counterpick to the Lux.
Yeah, I mean, we can't be too certain until it's actually showing us who is in what lane, but I think
True.
we're going to see Maokai support and Lux mid. If we end up seeing Maokai mid, I have no idea what's happening this game. But
If we do see that,
it's not outside of the realm of existing possibilities where I know Gasians is on this red side team on Orange Otters, but is Gasians playing Malzahar mid? I feel like Gasians would be playing Maokai mid, given he was playing Nautilus mid before. Could be.
true.
We'll have to
true.
find
Could be
out
such
in 3 minutes.
could be any of those champs actually.
Yes, could be. But let's take a look. So, Pearl. We know Zyra has the highest pick ban and not too high of a win rate, but let's take a look here. She is the most picked, and we didn't see a Yorick ban come out during this.
Ooh,
so it's
but
possible
nobody's playing. Yeah.
maybe Evelyn is going to be replacing Yorick on that list.
Yeah, Evelyn. People don't like the invisibility, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's
Yeah.
something that you need to buy an extra item for. I'm not down for that. If it's
But
me,
Akshan has it too. Well, Akshan was removed. Was a free ban this round.
yeah, free ban. Thank you for following, Saint. Welcome. I know I recognize that name from the beautiful Darius plays a few weeks ago, so thank you. All right, and as we are waiting for this to head through, let's ask you first, Mike. Who do you have winning this game? Which side?
Oh, let me look. Let me think. I don't know who's gonna win top lane. I'm gonna. I think. You know what? I'm gonna stick to it. Brahms Babes, I think, is gonna win. That's
Brahms Babes.
That's my pick.
You know, I'm gonna go with Orange Otters.
Okay. I was
Let's see.
51-49. I was 51-49 because I think Brahms Babes wins bot lane. I think I think it could go either way, Lux and Malzahar. And then top lane, I don't know. It depends on how long the game goes, right? If the game goes long enough, Nasus wins. Early on, I think Warwick wins.
I think even if the game goes that long, Nasus is going to need to buy a QSS. Because Malzahar is the answer to a champion like Nasus. Nasus can lifesteal, yes, but only if he's actually pressing his buttons.
And that's a good point. If you think about it, you've got Malzahar R. You've got
Sejuani
R. You've got Warwick R.
Yeah.
You've got Mel E. And on the other side, you've got Lux Q, Maokai's Alt, Maokai's W. Oh, it went away.
Oops. That's all right.
I'm sure there was more CC on that team, but I've forgotten who's on it already.
Well, once it loads, we will head on over to that loading screen. It's just taking a little bit to load, but okay, here we go. So
there it is. Yeah. So Nasus, or I'm sorry, where's
we could get the Kane W if it's red Kane, the Lux Q from Lux, the Jinxie, the Maokai W, and Nasus Wither. So it's not as much.
Yeah, they both got a lot, and then the Mel W can reflect a lot coming from
Lux and Jinx especially.
Yeah. I don't know. I legit could go either way. I think you're right though. I think the suppress and I think the QSS is going to be an absolute must on the Nasus.
Yeah, and we do see Gasians in the top lane playing Sejuani. So we were a little misguided we've got Malzahar mid, we've got Mal support, but it's actually Warwick in the jungle and Sejuani top. So Sejuani not really in need of attack speed. Perhaps Nasus's Wither is not going to be that powerful, and I don't know if you know Sejuani's passive, Mike, but I think it's every 17 seconds, she regains the ability to ignore any slowing effect on her.
Right.
So she
she
doesn't care about Wither pretty much at all.
She doesn't care about Wither. She doesn't care about. That's actually a really good choice. Yeah, we got that wrong. I thought Sejuani was going to be the jungle, or I got that wrong. I thought Sejuani was going to be the jungle.
I thought so too. Oh, Travi just finished their last game. Well, I hope you did well, because we are just starting the last game of our night in the Pearl League, and maybe you'll be able to join us as we watch. It looks like Fierce Steel and Gations are already at it. Fierce Steel looking to get those red cane points, as Gations is now forced to queue over the Baron Pit. Already quite a little bit of form stacked on for Kane. We can't see any of that progress, but that's okay. And already Malzahar taking a bit of damage from Psy Hero.
Bizahar, please.
Bizahar. I think in Spanish it's miel zahar, which miel means honey in Spanish, so get a little punny in the different League of Legends languages.
And we've got Lux on this team. Her Elementalist skin has all the puns. I didn't see what skin he's using though.
Yeah, he is using Elementalist.
Puns?
Puns?
Puns
Illuminate!
for days.
I think Lux has some... I know I was talking about how champions yell at you all the time. Lux is yelling at the enemies. Oh, a clean route from Psy Hero onto Malzahar as looking dangerous over there.
Flashes away. Yeah, and that was... Yeah. Ooh, Warwick's coming in on Psy Hero. Psy Hero sees it, starts running, misses a Q.
The
flash for flash. Psy Hero narrowly escapes.
Yeah,
as
using
Warwick takes a tower shot.
Yeah, using their flash, I mean, it's not looking good for Psy Hero, because Warwick, as speedy as they are, not really in need of their flash, as DSauce now engaging upon Mars and DRK, but unfortunately taking so much damage as Mars and DRK flash forward the ignite onto DSauce, but it is not enough to take the last bit of HP. Mars getting the root onto Medeo. DRK looking to avenge days past where Medeo was able to, on Yunara, destroy their Ashe. But let's see if they are able to.
Withering on Sejuani, and Sejuani just dashing away. Warwick sneaking top lane for an overextended Nasus. Nasus is starting to suspect it. Backs off a little bit, goes into a bush. I don't think he does suspect it. He goes towards Sejuani. Warwick comes in, says hello, as Nasus flashes away, gets stunned, and gets taken down for first blood.
Beautifully done by Scrolls Scott. Oh, and we just missed in the bottom lane. Fierce Steel came in for a gank, got DRK, and DSauce roots Mars as Fierce Steel gets a double kill on Kane.
Look at that health bar on Medeo.
Yeah.
That is a brave Jinx.
A brave sliver with just maybe 20 HP when they were started there. Oh, Psy Hero landing a clutch Q onto Malzahar. Malzahar once again able to escape with little mana. It doesn't look like they're in a great position to stay, but they're not willing to give up this cannon wave.
You know, for me, when I'm playing Malzahar, I don't like backing until I can buy a mana item.
Yeah, that lost chapter would come in clutch for a champion like Malzahar, as leaving the mid lane, pushing into Psy Hero. Let's see, Gasion's now forcing Shrimpfield into a bad position, stunning while there's a big wave headed towards Shrimpfield's turret. Doesn't want to give it up to the turret, so just forced to CS now as well as they can.
I thought Kane was going to come in, but he did not. What's going on bot lane?
All right, in the bot lane. We see Schrolls is almost here, just taking his grump, as Medeo and DSauce now in a position where they do not have any ward here. Oh, they do have a ward. They're just right on top of each other, so they are protected from this potential gank from Schrolls.
Doesn't look like Schrolls is going to go for it. He's going towards mid. Sejuani maybe getting a little frisky now.
Yeah, I mean, with this poke from Grasp, it's spelling a little bit of danger for Shrimp Wheels.
Malzahar ult on Lux with a full combo.
Just takes Lux down to about half health.
Yep. Not enough damage yet.
We got so much damage from Gasians.
Oh. Nasus quickly regretting as Gasians flash forward to secure the kill.
Yeah, a solo bolo. All right, Sejuani top. Who knew that that could be the answer to Nasus?
Probably gonna get a plate up there or two.
Okay, Swift. Oh, Swift Reflection onto Medeo, using their zap back at them. Mars able to root and get a lot of damage down. All right,
Malzahar.
Looking like there's control over this river.
Looks like all four of them are making an eye on Dragon. Or are they setting up a trap for Lux? Which could it be?
Yeah. Well, here we have Schrolls running into Fierce Steel here as Psyhero is in danger of a gank. The Q comes out from Psyhero, rooting Schrolls. Now Fierce Steel, oh, the ult from Lux just misses Warwick, but the counter gank is successful in stopping Warwick from getting onto Lux. As in the bot lane, Medeo seriously hurt from a barrage of blows from Caitlyn and Mel. Ooh, deftly dodged on the part of Malzahar there.
Malzahar just not able to keep up mana-wise.
It's true. Not until that lost chapter comes in, which should be in just a little bit of gold.
Warwick securing Scuttle. Bot lane seems to be resetting, or at least... Oh! Sejuani comes in onto Nasus, lands the stun, stuns again.
Wow.
Takes a tower shot, but it doesn't matter. He says, you know what, Nasus? I don't care what you think. I am killing you.
Oh, the quick flash from Schrolls over Psyhero's Q, but Psyhero is able to flash away from the Warwick fear, as that is another gank narrowly avoided as Fierce Steel is on the defense. Looks like there's warnings coming out that Gasians is headed down. Malzahar still very low on mana, not able to CS as quickly as they might like, but
still ahead on CS though.
Yeah, Fierce Steel starting up his Hex Drake.
Everybody, it's about even.
Yeah, and we see as this Drake is at about half health, Schrolls comes in ready to get some damage onto Fierce Steel. Oh, the ult comes out, but Kayn narrowly dodges it with their ult as Schrolls falls before Fierce Steel even brings the dragon into smiting range, and the dragon is taken on the part of Brahms Babes.
That is... Yeah, and look at this Sejuani just bullying the Nasus.
Yeah.
Nasus not being able to, being forced to farm under turret. How many stacks does Nasus have?
Let's see, probably not that many just yet. 126 at 8 minutes.
That's actually more than I thought he would be, considering how bullied he's being.
How pushed.
How pushed he's being, yeah.
So here we have Schrolls is now finally headed towards the Grubs. So, ooh, as DRK was forced nearly into the turret range, DSauce and Medeo, oh, Mars able to get the ult onto Medeo, finishing that, as DRK now in the position to, unfortunately, not kill DSauce. But up in the top lane, or the top side of the map, Schrolls secures 3 Grubs before any contest.
Sejuani going in on that. Oh, was that a flash?
It was a flash from Nasus to try to avoid Sejuani. All right, so here's my take. Warwick is a really fast clearer in the jungle if, and only if, you build Tiamat early. Unfortunately, we're not seeing that Tiamat build early. It could have been the angle to skip Dragon and go for an objective like the Grubs and control the top side of the map where Warwick excels, where there's the longer lanes that you can run people down. But
Well,
he's not too far behind in spite of that.
look at this Kane's farm in comparison to the Warwick, right? So like,
yeah,
it really is.
it's making a little bit of a difference.
Right, and I think that that's probably why the gold is higher on
Oh.
blue side, even though the kills are down.
Here we have Strolls here for the counter gank after Fierce Steel went onto Gaijins. The ult lands, and the ult lands from Gaijins onto Shrimp Wheels as Fierce Steel is now forced to run for his life. Shrimp Wheels will fall to Gaijins.
Waiting for some minions to come in as Kane decides, oh, it doesn't matter what he decides, he's dead now.
Yeah, Gaijin's able to swiftly take the turret aggro so that Strolls could get the last little chomp. And here we have the Jinx rocket is a flying. Narrowly
That
misses Gaijins and hits Strolls, though it wouldn't have killed either way. Still, well aimed.
Lux coming up to try to do something about this whole Warwick situation. Lands a combo. Didn't do anything, and they turn around and said, Lux, you know what? We don't like you here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Saihiro misses just by a hair that Q that might have saved them from being jumped by Warwick. But now, Nasus, Shrimp Wheels left alone up there as D-Sauce engages onto Mars, and the Zap Zap from Jinx does land on Mel, but it looks like both sides are going to disengage after a little bit of fighting. You're still not on vision. DRK and Mars may have no clue as D-Sauce goes once again. DRK knocked forward as Fierce Steel is able to get on top of them, and D-Sauce takes the kill onto DRK. So Mars is the last one left alive. Woo, Medeo forced to flash away, does get out, and it's swift double kill. A beautiful gank. Trolls headed down fast as F gets the ult onto Fierce Steel. Fierce Steel able to E into that wall as now D-Sauce hoping to disengage, but Trolls has the extra movement speed from his Blood Hunt, and he is going in. Malzahar able to kill Fierce Steel as he was running away. D-Sauce ulting to get a little bit of extra distance.
Ooh. So the Zap Zap? Nope. Narrowly misses.
Yeah, the Jinx ult only just a bit off of that killing blow as Malzahar gets another kill onto Saihiro. It's neck and neck. Here we have Gaijins dominating Shrimp Wheels in this lane where Nasus doesn't have the tools really to stop Sejuani from jumping on him constantly.
The only tool he has is that turret, but the turret just isn't enough, I'm afraid.
Yeah, turret's not enough against Sejuani with all of this HP. Okay.
Well, and we're at 12 minutes, right? So like the turret doesn't really, to a tank like Sejuani, doesn't really matter anymore.
No. Okay, we're seeing some really nice ganks coming out of the top side of the map where Malzahar is able to be in the right place at the right time, as well as Strolls on the counters. But let's see. It's not yet time for Fierce Steel to take his form, whereas maybe he would like it.
Warwick coming around and sees this whole dragon kerfuffle going on. Goes on to the Maokai. Maokai Qs. Doesn't pan out his way, I believe he planned, but red team collapses quickly as Maokai has forced a flash, gets away, but Fierce Steel unfortunately did not. Maokai comes back in. Oh, red team takes.
Yeah, red team seems to prevail there as Strolls was able to stay alive, not going in as deep as Fierce Steel was with his ult, and just the numbers game as Malzahar ult comes out. Mars is looking to protect Malzahar, but does not in time before Beneo gets the final blow onto him. Trolls focused on getting that Drake equalization.
So now we've got two Drakes. I'm sorry, one Drake for each team. And the gold difference isn't still that large, and I believe it probably has to do with all of those, all that farm. No, that's not true anymore.
All right, and we do see Blue Cane come out for Fierce Steel, looking to stop Trolls from being inside their jungle, but Blue Cane is the assassin, not the fighter. Trolls feeling confident and able to stop this, as even the high HP Maokai is going to fall to the Blade of the Ruin King. Trolls looking for this extra healing on their autos, but is ignited by DSauce and so falls, as Medeo is now able to progress onto DRK. DRK and Mars make it away.
And they disengage and do it rather well, as Malzahar decides he's going to push forward with his minions.
Yes, what
And
we
Kane-
missed was Lux heading up top and being swiftly killed by Gasians, by the way, in case someone saw that notification pop up.
And that turret is
Nearly
barely
gone.
standing. Yeah.
There we go. First turret gone. As Shrimp Wheels is now forced to run completely away from Gasians, will he be able to make it out? He's trying to fancy feet, but Gasians just right-clicking as Trolls is coming in with the Q and lands that last kill. Fierce Steel now forced to run away.
Kane, who previously wanted to be there, no longer does.
Yeah, with all of these dashes coming out from Orin's Otters, it is not enough, as Psy-Hero now looking to collapse on Trolls. Fierce Steel not willing to give up their blue buff, as Trolls is now... Oh, let's see. Fighting to the death. Will Psy-Hero be able to land this clutch Q? No, but the W does land, and... Oh.
Misses the ult. Unfortunately, it just went right out of the range of his ult. Now he doesn't...
Oh.
Lands a Q. Lands
And
an
that
E.
E.
Gets the kill.
Yes, but let's see. Will this be a reprise of what we missed up in the top lane, as Gasians forcing Psy-Hero to back all the way to their dead turret?
Right, but he does land the Q and save himself, right? As
Yeah.
3 bot try to come in and take that turret by force if necessary.
Yeah, we do see Malzahar's already taken that mid turret, and so there's not much to do for Malz. As now it's a 3v3 in the bot lane.
But they had some sort of warning. I didn't see a ward. They must have just had a feeling. Or they...
Yeah,
let us
maybe
do it.
understanding where could Lux be if she's not pushing that mid turret. She's got to be headed down here. So now DSauce might be the only... Oop, now... Looks like there's a little bit of a detente, as now Gasians is back on Shrimp Wheels' heels.
Ult from Nasus to chase after the Sejuani. Sejuani decides that she doesn't really want to face an ulted Nasus. Wither on the Sejuani, as Warwick comes in to help with a counter gank from Kane. Warwick presses forward. Nasus ult wears off as they choose to fight and kill the Nasus. Kane decides he doesn't like it here anymore. Flashes, gets stunned, dashes. Warwick chases him down and ends his life.
Well done. That's just the advantage of being an HP lifesteal bruiser like Warwick against someone who is unfortunately going to be stunned. When you have Sejuani to assist you, Warwick is always going to be able to survive hits like those. And Gasian's really nicely kiting out the Nasus ult there.
So in the chat, we've got Hat Jess asking, this Kane champ seems broken. Is he new?
Never seen him in my games. I know that's a reference to being in the same games as Bormillion, and so never seeing Kane. But here we have Malzahar flash ulting onto Psy-Hero, as there's no time. The silence and ult leave Psy-Hero with 0 HP, as the Rift Herald is taken by Trolls. Okay, DRK sending out the ult to Medeo preemptively to prepare, as it's only 10 seconds until this next Drake, the first of many Infernal Drakes to come in this game.
Gold lead starting to get a little bit larger between red and blue.
Yeah, Fierce Steel and Medeo trying to push out this bot lane, as Malzahar and Trolls, DRK and Mars are now here to push the last bit, as Fierce Steel now forced to run away from their own jungle. The Rift Herald is dropped.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Shrimp Wheels and Gasians are still duking it out. The ult comes out from Shrimp Wheels, so I'm sure Gasians is going to run away. The ult comes out from Strolls onto Medeo. Medeo has to flash away. The Rift Herald gets a second charge off, and here we have Mars sending 2 roots right back from Maokai. Ooh. Oh, narrowly dodging that Lux Q. Malzahar makes it out as Strolls is now calling for the Dragon take, and Fierce Steel not having it.
And Red decides they're going to take the dragon as Kane hovers around to try to stop them from doing it or steal it.
Yeah, these
Malzahar
W's from Blue Kane. Oh,
ult over the wall onto Kane, kills him. Lux ult narrowly does not kill the dragon, but
Warwick does
Red
manage
team
to smite it, and now Gasians is here after TPing down Hero falls.
leaving Nasus top lane to potentially get a free plate or two.
Yes, but at what cost? As the dragon, so many kills, and now 5,000 gold separates Red from the blue team.
Bromelian in the chat saying this Sedge top looks wild.
It is
We all
wild.
agree.
I mean, certainly, I mean, we went over the benefits here that Sejuani cannot be withered. Oh, and here we have Nasus ulting in order to take this turret, but the TP is going to be coming out from Malzahar as he is approaching, not with ult, but chasing after Shrimp Wheels. As in the bot lane, Strolls is running away from Fierce Steel, not able to get away in time. Oh, but ulting, Fierce Steel will go down, and Strolls forced into a position of being slowed by the Zap Zap. Okay, Nasus did fall during that fight, but I'm surprised that Trolls was able to make it out of that. That just goes to show how much healing comes from Warwick ult.
Right, and if we look at the items down here, we've got
Malzahar ult incoming. Oh, unfortunately, Hero gets away from Malzahar. Oh, but the ult is about to come out. There it is. The EW and ult comes out, leaving Hero with 0 HP.
There doesn't appear to be any grievous wounds on blue side.
Yeah, only that Bramble Vest from Nasus, which he's not always the target of Warwick.
I didn't see it. You're right. I didn't see it.
You're good. Okay, Fierce Steel desperately trying to protect that tier 2 turret, but DSauce is here to push Gasians in, and the Jinx rocket comes in. Oh, Gasians unable to land the second part of their Eon's Fierce Steel, as Mars also falls.
His Q's starting to do a lot of damage. Jinx chasing the Caitlyn. Caitlyn Eing away as Malzahar takes bot turret.
Yeah, we've got Hero going for a teleport just to push Malzahar away.
Yeah, the
Okay,
push from... Oh, God.
DRK forced to go back to their turret as this Jinx is looking very strong with about an item lead on the Caitlyn. Oh, only about half an item lead now. As now Jinx also has that grievous wounds on her Executioner's Calling. Okay, Shrulls in the position to begin setting up for this Infernal Drake in 2 minutes. This will be sole point for the red side, and so they're looking at Hero here, who looks to be just a little bit too pushed up. The root comes out, but that Blood Hunt is enough to land the ult onto Hero, as Shrulls is not letting Hero go alive.
Gets a Q off, but unfortunately it is too late. They were too close.
Ooh.
Sejuani going in on Nasus. Oh.
Yeah, Mars not. Oh, wow. Mars able to equalize onto Fierce Steel before the death comes for them. Medeo looking for DRK and lands this final Zap Zap to get that kill. But here we have Malzahar coming from behind as we've got Shrulls landing onto DSauce. Medeo has the right of it, running away from the 2 fed members of the enemy team towards his ally Shrimp Wheels to try and turn the tides before Gasians can launch them into full CC mode. Oh, Shrulls
Warwick comes in on, yeah.
Shrulls
Nasus.
able to get onto Jinx and Nasus, leaving not much left to defend this last tier 2 turret on the blue side as they march down.
March down to Chinatown.
Down.
The Lux coming up to try to potentially throw an E.
Yeah, not enough 100%. This might be the Baron angle for the red team, but we'll see if they are more interested in continuing to siege. As there's now only 15 seconds until the next Drake spawns. Looks like that will be their objective.
All right, so we're going for Drake next. Everybody's setting up for it, but they're actually looks like they're going to set up some sort of ambush.
Yeah, D-Sauce not in the best position, taking the brunt of this, as Fierce Steel is actually able to get on to Malzahar, but the Malzahar ult comes out just in time. The Jinx ult lands onto Malzahar and Gajins, putting Gajins in a bad spot. This Mel potentially able to execute here, as Strolls has already taken Soul Point, and now able to get onto D-Sauce, and then looking for Psy-Hero, as Psy-Hero throws out the Prismatic Bind. Strolls has the Blood Hunt, is ready. The Caitlyn ult is coming out to take the kill, and DRK lands it.
There was just so much. Sejuani going in on that. Well, does not work out.
Yeah, Medeo able to put out so much damage so fast.
Red team trying to force it in on that bot inhibitor, but Kane being forced to reset. Jinx low health, but going up and trying to do something about it. As they just continually come through. Kane comes back, and they just back off.
Yeah, look at the vision on Red's side in this jungle. I want to show just Red's vision, even without Warwick sitting here. It is absolutely perfect.
Whose jungle is that? Right?
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
It's blue side jungle, but it's not exactly their jungle.
No. And certainly not without any turrets to protect them, as Red side has only lost one turret in the top lane from Nasus pushing it. Yet, here we have it. It's pretty close in gold. Only 4K separates these two teams. But as Psy-Hero gets hit by
engages on
Sejuani ult.
Flux. Yep. He just doesn't have the damage, but it was 1-for-1 as Kane takes the kill on Caitlyn, and Sejuani just stands there taking damage for a while. Warwick comes in, ults the Maokai. Maokai walking away, saying he's a tree. And Medeo.
Yeah, we see so much damage coming out from Strolls and Mars that they are just not able to handle, as these champions may have a lot of HP, but they are ultimately squishy, especially when faced with the Blade of the Ruined King Warwick. Now Shrimp Wheels is the only one left willing to protect this turret. The E comes out from Stroll, so he's able to tank this aggro, but now it goes on to Mars. Unfortunately, it looks like Nars has fallen to Shrimp Wheels, and now Strolls is in a desperate situation. He's also going to fall. 1100 gold shutdown onto Shrimp Wheels. Sejuani is forced to leave.
Nasus chasing after Sejuani. Sejuani just taking Q after Q after Q, running away, dashing, using the blast cone.
DRK is here to help.
Yeah, and Nasus quickly changes his mind. Does he have a wither to get away? He does
not enough. So the Malzahar ult comes onto Psy-Hero. Psy-Hero will fall to that as Fierce Steel, ready to equalize, lands the W onto Malzahar, slowing him, and that is going to be the end of Malzahar. Sejuani, not much Sejuani can do without, well, with ult even, but fortunately not willing to give up her life for nothing.
Gold
10,
lead.
2, and 12 for Sejuani. I need to say, what the heck is happening there?
And, like, I thought if anything, the farm would be, like, hard to do on Sejuani, right? But
yeah, we've got a minute until this potential soul point for red side, as Fierce Steel and DSauce are now fighting over vision here, but there are 4 members of the red team here ready to back them off. Okay. Gaijin's hopping over that wall to get some slows onto Fierce Steel. Okay. Now it's about a 5v5, except the only one missing is Malzahar, though he will have TP up soon. He is headed to the top lane. We see Shrolls lying in wait over here. Not sure if he's on vision, so he is running.
Throws the vision cone, and Red's really good at, look at the vision. Red's got vision everywhere, blue not so much.
Yeah, acknowledging that this is where the fight is going to take place in 15 seconds. They are already staying here, as Malzahar is looking to secure this push onto top lane and then potentially TP in. It's almost dragon time, 5 seconds until it starts. Trolls is waiting inside the pit, is going to start it immediately.
Dragon started, as everyone on the blue team is ready, waiting, and watching with bated breath. They have sight on it, just shooting over.
Down to 3k as Trolls is looking. Fierce Steel ease over, but does not make it as the Infernal Soul is taken on the red side. The Warwick ult comes over the wall as DSauce is now there to disengage. Oh, Kane does make it out just barely, but DSauce will be sacrificed in its spot as the Psy Hero is destroyed by Malzahar. As red team is looking to completely roll over this team, Fierce Steel stuck between a rock and a hard place as Warwick is waiting for him on the other side. Troll's able to just walk through this turret.
Meanwhile, Malzahar just going to town on the turrets.
Yes,
might
and with
be
these,
enough to end the game.
It's very possible as only Shrimpwield is left alive. Shrimpwield is now forced to CS, but losing his entire HP as there's still a whole minion wave there, as only one Nexus turret remains in this game, and it falls as well. Trolls, Gaijins, Malzahar, DRK, and Mars take the final game of week 4.
That was an epic battle.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we both can agree. Well, who's yours?
For the MVP?
Yeah.
Well, so there's the obvious choice of giving it to Gaijins, but my real answer is C9 Snoops. That's my real answer, because the Malzahar ults and the constant macro pushing cannot be understated how important that is.
True.
I'd say good job to everyone, especially to Fierce Steel and Shrimp Wheels for holding it together in this. But you know, how about you?
I am just so curious about the Sejuani top pick.
Yeah, I mean, certainly look at the damage, look at the kills, look at the assists, and honestly look at the impact. I'll say it. Look at the impact that top lane had on this game, but in both directions, because Nasus was still able to push the only turret taken for that team.
Right.
For Bronze Babes.
And put out a good amount of damage for his team.
Yeah, it's true. So, with that said, I know you want to bring Gaijins on. Let's do that.
Either Gaijins or I think you're right. C9 Snoops is awesome. C9 Snoops is the true MVP. We could let's do that. But we're gonna definitely talk about the Sejuani.
Okay, Snoops, if you want to join in League Lobby 1 in the CMSA Discord, we'll be happy to bring you in if you want to chat a little bit about that game. Red Kane would have been better. Unfortunately, I see exactly what you're saying there. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the stream and congratulations, C9 Snoops.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. How do you feel after that game?
I mean, it feels pretty good. I'm still newer, so I'm still learning who everybody is, what everybody plays, but for my first time being in like a league, like an official type of like team environment, it feels really, really good picking up some good wins here with some teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that the type of champion that you're playing to accelerate your team value add? Is the point and click CC? I know it's kind of meme done, but Malzahar is just in competitive. It feels like you have total control.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to have the right team around you as well. And I felt like with the team that I had, it just kind of felt the necessary need, especially against the Lux. Being able to just push that wave in and being able to roam around.
Yeah,
And if I hear a call to go in, I can go in and just secure objectives for the team. So,
Well, in your macro
really,
too, right? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I pride myself on my macro plays, but I feel like I'm just picking champions that best benefits the team, so I'm just a big flex guy more than anything.
that's great. And so how were your other games tonight?
Uh, I mean, we went 2 and 1. First game, we went off with a hot streak on the brand mid, against Malzahar, actually, funny enough. Second game, not so good. It was a really great game between both teams. I really applaud everybody in that game. It was completely back and forth, to take it into a very, very late game there. But I mean, just every game was pretty good, especially from our side. So I just feel like I'm making the right plays to try and help the team as much as possible. So I feel like all the games are just pretty good.
That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, so
And
Snoops.
welcome to the league.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, thank
We're
you.
glad to have you. And if you had to honor someone on your team or maybe the enemy team, who are you giving your honor to?
Man, that's kind of hard to say. I mean, I gotta do I want to talk about that Sejuani top?
Yeah, we were
That
hoping
is
you would.
amazing, right? The
Like
Sejuani counterpick into Nasus.
the funny the funny story is about the Sejuani top is that we played that in game 1, and it was kind of just like a last minute pick because we just completely forgot that Gaijin's Nautilus was left up.
I see.
And it just so happened to work out in game 1, and so we just said, "All right, let's run it back
So this
in
was
game 3." So,
this was the 2.0 that we were seeing.
yes, that
The
was the
practiced.
refined version with
Yeah.
the new skin that Gaijins had to buy just for this just for this moment.
That's
I like.
great.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah, and
Good
thank
win
Yeah, it
there.
you.
definitely did.
Thank you for joining us. We are going to end the stream pretty soon. I want to ask you one last question, Snoops, though, before we let you go. If there's one champion that you want to tell the league not to sleep on, who do you think is maybe the diamond in the rough? Maybe it's Malzahar. Maybe it's the meme Don champions. But who's your pick of who people need to be more respectful of?
All I'm gonna say is just better keep an eye on the op.gg, that's for sure.
Okay. All right.
With as somebody that plays pretty much every champion in the game, you never know what I might bring out next week.
Yeah, what Snoops is cooking for next week. We'll have to find out then. All right. Thank you
Well,
so much for joining us, Snoops, and
Yeah, no,
congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
All right. You have a good night. Okay. Soraka top incoming, says Bormillion in chat, or it's Yumi. I do think Yumi is slept on, I gotta say.
An untargetable champ. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the tower can target her, but maybe it's just
Well,
free aggro trading.
that's true. I do miss. I miss old Yumi. Like the
Yeah,
rework.
me too.
Uh, auto attack for a shield saved my life so many times.
Yeah, and you
Um,
actually had to get off of the champion. We could go on this all
yeah,
day.
So
Yumi jungle next week, should I? You should, Fierce Steel. I will hold you to that. I'm putting this
I'll
in the
give you a
highlights
shiny
now.
quarter. I'll give you a shiny quarter.
Okay, with that, thank you all so much for watching. This has been the CMSA League of Legends League. We are in season 2. This was week 4. Tune in next week at 7 p.m. Central on Tuesday night for week 5.
Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good night. And thank you all so much for watching.